my brain was like, it's pink. And then I look over and it's like pink, bronze, brown.
Yeah. Oh, 20 is live.
Yep.
Wow. Welcome back.
You told me to start it.
I did.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. This is Critical 20.
We've got the two of us, and
We're the only ones that matter.
Tell it to the others.
I will. If they come. Well, Sarah matters too.
In case she comes in.
For the record.
someone...
For the record. I swear, it's not just me
hi.
being sexy.
It is, your sister.
Yeah, I know. I can tell.
Hello.
How are you?
No.
Hey, wanna come here?
Hello.
No! Ah!
Hello.
So, who would like to recap last session?
I wasn't here!
I guess that means the third week in a row. I'm recapping.
Oh, don't worry, I've done it for like 2 months in a row before. No one else would recap.
I think it's been 3 weeks in a row.
I do need to adjust the mic.
It has been 3 weeks, hasn't it? Like, I think I did. But
I think so. It sounds right.
Yeah, okay, so... We fought a fire elemental. I died.
Did you?
I did die.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
And then Ammon revived me. With the help of a, guy at a church.
That's very specific. I like it. Let's get going with this. There was a guy.
Yeah, so...
He killed someone.
So my body is revived. And war is breaking out again. We were already in war, but now we're in another stage of war because one of the guy from the people that you let opened a portal directly to. Yeah, so they just kidnapped the queen, and I think that's all the important things that have happened.
In my defense, this is like the very next day. So I was trying to figure out how to do it by praying to the god that I need to talk to, but I'm not very good at it. I'm a paladin who's god-awful at religion.
God-awful.
Alright, yeah. Is that just about everything important that I covered?
You did also agree to march with the armies of King Ironhammer to Taraniel.
Has anyone tried to talk to the king guy of Taraniel?
There's your answer.
I didn't even know there was a king.
It's an entire other nation? I mean, there could be a queen? Some sort of ruler?
There was...
One sort?
I don't know if
A protractor.
I don't know if we learned if there was like a king, if it was like a king or just a general. I don't think we learned who the guy that was threatening us was, who took the queen. I don't think we learned exactly who he was, but he showed us a coin with the symbol of his flag.
Can we go to the palace?
Well, it's on fire.
Is the palace still...
Yeah, no.
It's on fire.
If we walked up with... Is there some sort of flag that means, like, we want to talk?
No, there's no French flag here.
Of course there's no French flag here.
Just get a white sheet off someone's bed. Just take it. Just attach it to a pole.
No, they won't know what that means. They'll just shoot me. They'll riddle me full of arrows. They're like all those people at Area 51, full of holes. Anyway. I figure we're gonna send Disranson to go try and talk to people. He's less threatening than the entire rest of the party, who would show up in full mail or plate mail or something like that. Or the goblin, who they'd probably just kill out of habit. Or the warlock, who's I believe, dark and menacing.
I haven't done anything wrong, but I just barely woke up from dying. Oh, I did do one thing wrong. I chased the goblin around for scamming me.
And you do have a massive penalty to
Yeah, I
everything
have a
right
massive
now.
penalty to everything. So I also shouldn't be. I just died, okay? You gonna
Okay.
I just died.
I should never leave. Things go wrong. Things go wrong. And then I come back and you're like, by the way, we've pissed off a god, someone who's basically a demigod, and we're part of a war. Oh, and we lost the capital.
And the queen.
And the queen, and the general, and the archmage. We just lost everything.
Oh.
And dragons still hate us.
Since I forgot to put this in the description, the music is by Oliver McNeil.
Thank you.
And dragons still hate us. Don't forget about that. Dragons are still mad at us. Well, probably. So let's get a list of everything that's bad. So
I would like to send this ransom to go up and very politely ask if we can parlay. Actually, is parlay the correct word in this world?
Is it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay.
it's a little dark.
So he's going to casually stroll up to a burning castle.
Whoever thought of parlay. That should be the French.
I mean, there's no French flag. Is there still a French parlay?
Nope.
Oh no. Crap, there's no French people here.
There are people with French accents, though. They're on the other continent.
Same difference, right? Right?
Yeah. It's
Right.
We'll pretend that that's the same difference. Okay.
So, as Disranson very cautiously approaches the outer wall of the castle, does he see anyone on top of it?
Yeah, there are about 20 guys standing on the wall.
Hey there, mates. Can we just talk for a minute? We're kind of curious why you're doing this. Perhaps you could answer that question for us? You kind of already burned the castle to the ground and have the queen, and everybody else kind of important. So, mind if we just kind of chit-chat with you? Me and a couple of friends. Just two other friends.
We're at war, don't you know that? It's what you do in war.
But why are we at war? No one explained this to me.
Well, no one explained it to me either.
Well, then can we talk to someone who got it explained to them? Perhaps? Maybe?
Perhaps.
Probably not here.
Okay, can we get permission from one of your higher ranking officers to go talk to someone somewhere else then? Maybe? Hopefully? We just kind of don't want to have you destroy everything. We'd rather leave the people unbothered, mostly. Besides the bother they've already had to deal with. It's, yeah. I'm not the one to be really talking to you guys. Can I bring two companions and not have you riddle them full of arrows?
Maybe.
Maybe. Can I bring
Think
one?
about it.
Well, I was sleeping last time. I went to sleep to try to work off my penalties since I had, first level exhaustion. I've still got low health. I'm not sure how long my rest, how far am I into my rest at the inn. And I've got a penalty on every roll.
Every D20 roll.
Every D20 roll.
Wow. Holy crap.
I
Welcome
died!
to Raise Dead.
A what?
Welcome to Raise Dead.
Yeah. So I've got and this will last forever it'll go down by, my penalty will go down by 1 for every long rest that I take, I think.
I'm sleeping for 3 days.
Yeah, that was my plan, but now half the party is gone, so...
Yeah. That's why I'm trying to parlay.
Parlay?
Well, apparently not parlay, because there's no parlay in this world, because the French don't exist. I'm trying to have a lovely conversation without death or arrows. Or swords. Or murder. Or magic.
Well, that's all there is.
Oh, there's words? Isn't there?
Nope.
Crap.
Words don't exist here.
What? How do we communicate? Hand
Sign
gestures?
language.
That counts as words, doesn't it?
No.
But
I'd say spoken
Words
words.
implies spoken.
But then how would anyone cast a vicious mockery? It has to be heard.
That's just them flipping the person off.
Oh!
No, but it says in the language of the spell, it says it has to be her.
Hey,
Even if what?
no one said there might not be words, but you can still make noises. Oh!
I guess I can't argue with that.
I am way over caffeinated. This is great.
You have so much caffeine in you. I think your blood is caffeine. If we just like take some blood, is it going to be monster?
So for context, he's on his 4th monster of the day.
No, this is the 5th one.
5th monster of the day.
Let me make sure I have that count right.
Can you count?
Yep.
Okay.
I can count. Well, I'm awake enough
You
to
still
count.
have the ability to count?
Not purposes. Anyway, sorry.
Okay.
So, can I bring one guy? He just doesn't want to be filled with arrows. He is really my boss, but he doesn't want to die.
I hear.
I make no promises.
That's not reassuring.
Well, the worst thing that happens is it doesn't get worse by much more than it already is. Even if
they could
he
start
does.
burning and rioting and stealing from the city and pillaging. They could get worse.
Yeah.
So, can I get like a minute? Can he get a minute without being filled with arrows? Just one?
You can try.
Alright, I'll be back in probably... How far away is the church? I assume he's still with her.
It's not too far.
I went to the
5
inn.
minutes walk.
I went to the
Oh, you
inn
went to
to
the inn.
sleep. Because I died.
The
I
inn, on
didn't
the other
nearly
hand,
die.
is
I
about a
died.
15-minute walk.
I think he would have stayed at the church then, for the minute. Because he knew that he was sending this ransom to go talk to people.
So we went back to the church?
No, he didn't go with Disronson. He sent Disronson as he finished up rap.
Well, no, I mean, you guys didn't stay in the church overnight.
Oh, we didn't? Okay. Well, then he's probably standing around the corner somewhere. I'll be back in like 5 minutes or so. Like, backs away very cautiously. Doesn't take his eyes off them, and then steps around the corner. So, Smash, they made no promises. About anything. You may be filled with arrows the moment you step out around the corner. Also, we have to wait a couple of minutes. I didn't want to imply you were standing right here. We wait a couple of minutes, and then Smash comes back around the corner with the ransom on his heels.
Okay.
So, you're not going to fill me with arrows immediately. Anyway. Pretty please.
I'll think about it.
Well, that's more reasonable than I thought you'd be, honestly. You're kind of burning a castle. I don't know why you're burning it. Is there any...
Dave likes to see things burn. Right, Dave? Yeah.
Really, Dave? You decided to burn the castle?
Well, it wasn't Dave's choice.
So if I'm laying down and I'm just talking, then can I still constitute a long rest?
No.
No, you're not here. You're back at the end.
But I'm just
Oh,
saying
a long-
hypothetically.
A long rest is sleeping.
Yeah, you have to be unconscious for 6 hours.
For a short rest, you can do that, but not for a long rest.
Okay.
Short rest, you could be doing almost anything you
Unless
wanted.
you're an elf, then it's only 4 hours of not sleeping.
Alright.
Of meditating. Anyway. So,
Mentality.
your higher-ups said they wanted the castle burned.
Yeah,
Is the castle completely made out of wood?
there's stone supports, but for the most part, the main structure is wood.
Are you planning on knocking down the supports?
Well, there's not going to be much for them to support pretty soon.
True, but if you cover the gate back, then you're going to be stuck here.
Yeah, you're right.
I figured I'm not going to be able to use the gate anyway, but
No.
Well, I would like to discuss with your king what he wants from the city, so we can get that to him. You've kind of already taken the capital.
Well, if he wants something from the city, he probably already has it.
That's not guaranteed. The college is its own independent force. And if you want something from the college, he would have to go talk to them.
And why would the college be important in this?
They're the ones with the most knowledge. Power, really.
I don't think he came for knowledge. Usually you don't burn a place to the ground if you want knowledge.
Well, but he didn't burn the place of knowledge to the ground. He burned the city center.
But wouldn't there be knowledge there too?
Yes, but it'd be more likely that you could have somebody grab some books, the books you need, the books with actual knowledge in them, and take the leaders hostage, and you have the knowledge. It's not like you have everything spread out throughout the keep. And if he's looking to just win a war, the general would already have that information. You break the general, you have the information on where the soldiers are. You talk to the queen, she has resources of the cities, that kind of thing. Like, the people usually in the castle have the knowledge that you want.
Yeah. Who knows, maybe he wanted what's in their heads.
Well, that's reassuring for them, not for the rest of us. That could mean that he just wants to burn the rest of this town to the ground.
And why would he do that?
Why, indeed, I don't know. You don't seem to know either.
You're right, I don't.
Is it possible I could travel through the gate to go talk to him?
Nope.
Alright. If I went and traveled by road, do you think he would see me? Or would he just have my head be removed before I stepped in the room?
If you went by road, he'd probably at least grant an audience. He's not an unreasonable person. He's just not going to allow someone to step directly into his castle.
That is understandable. How long does it take to get there back on foot?
A long time. On foot, it would be...
Or by horse, one of the two. Probably by horse, I can get horses.
Then 16 days.
Holy cow.
That's halfway across the continent.
Yep, I know. Could we send a messenger from you guys through the portal and say that we want to talk to him and just kind of meet his demands? See if he's willing to send his demands through a messenger?
Well, we don't really have any people to spare right now.
Even if everything is called to a halt?
Yeah, pretty much.
Do they only send the bare minimum over?
For now. Need to make sure it worked.
I can't argue that. You're saying someone... Okay, my apologies. That's quite... Let me change my tone there. Are you telling me that you can't spare someone for 10 minutes?
Not really.
Okay. Is there anyone off duty that I could pay 10 gold coins to be a messenger for me?
Everyone who's off duty is asleep.
That does make sense.
So probably not.
Alright. I don't know what to do with that. I don't want you burning the city while I go take more than almost a month, actually, a quarter of a month to go talk to the king so you don't burn the city.
I don't think I'll have us burn anymore. Doesn't have a reason to.
Well, I don't know if he has a reason to or not. That's the thing. If you know better, if you don't think he's going to burn anything more, I think I'm going to go see if I can get an audience with your king. Discuss what's going on.
Discuss less death.
Well, so far as I know, they've only killed the guards inside the castle. Unless they've sent people out. but that seems like a risk you wouldn't want to take. You have a highly defensible position. You wouldn't send people out into the city to kill people. Hopefully I'll see you again.
Is this safe to open more?
Yes.
Okay.
Yay! You're here! It's not just me!
We're gonna go talk to
Yay!
the
I'm here. You're gonna talk to the queen while I'm still passed out. I'm guessing.
I'm still passed out too! Oh wait, that's right, he's passed out because he got
Wait,
third level exhaustion. He got third level
question.
exhaustion trying to save him.
Second.
Second. Yeah. We're both passed out.
Yeah.
I
So,
need to check the cost.
has anyone got to my axe yet?
No, we can't enter the palace. It's still on fire and there's guards.
We're talking to the guards, and they won't even let me,
In.
yeah.
Did my
At
axe
all.
give you any bonus scores? Improvements?
Did you not write down what your axe did?
No, we were the both ones you created, but we never really put them
Why didn't you write it down?
We only did the 2d6s and something else. Something else was. Oh yeah, it's throwing, I suppose. Okay. Because I thought you were gonna write it down on spell card. Right up yet.
Did you assume that I write things down?
Okay.
Sorry, I'm such a fool.
Assuming DMs write things down.
So I could buy a
I
wagon.
generally don't have stacks of notes.
I have cart.
A cart.
Oh,
Well, it would be for transporting you and her. The wagon would be.
yeah, nice! Didn't you get things to grow things, but it doesn't last very long.
I'm assuming I would need a draft horse to pull the wagon, or could I do a
Speaking of
riding horse?
horses,
Yeah,
he
You
got
could
magical
potentially do it, I'd
horses.
say, with 2 riding horses.
and I'd still have the 60 feet of movement.
Yeah.
So you have magical horses. How many
Not
magical
yet.
horses?
Just no, they won't. They're like They're like
That I
wooden
made.
horses that will grow.
Yeah, you see, he's still enchanting those.
They're not ready yet, but they're.
And
in
it'll
the
take 3
process.
weeks before it's been made.
Well, that's not great. I didn't realize it was going to take that long.
And it's going to be 1 horse. Unless you want to pay more.
Nope.
So she misinformed you in
I informed him.
But no, I've been informed of very little.
Well, I told you basically all the important things, but there are like other things that probably happened that just aren't coming to mind.
Is there anything she left out? What did you say to you?
I got the gist that you fought some fire elementals. The castle's on fire. We're assuming all the heads of the government for this entire country are currently captive of the other guy.
She tried to kill me, threatened to kill me twice, and I saved her life.
Alright. Cool. So at this point, I'm going to go buy a... Can I buy a wagon? And 2
Yeah.
riding horses at the same place.
Yeah.
Is Jonathan's character unconscious?
No.
He's off doing his own thing.
Okay. Is L just disappeared also?
L is vanished away.
Of
For now.
course.
You've got that god guy that's sort of omnipresent or whatever.
That is true.
That reminds me, how much experience did you get out of the fire elementals?
I'll make a note to calculate that.
Also, I'm curious. Sorry about this, guys. I wouldn't level up in a different class. I'm always curious about this.
You have to get a level, and then you just choose to put it in another class instead, and then you get
Yeah.
1 level in that class.
And then
So let's say you're a level 1 rogue, level 12 paladin, you're still a level 13 character.
Yeah.
You have split your levels.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
But there are other ways, like I've been allowing Jonathan to get levels in Wizard by studying, and
I have 1 level in Red Cloak Slayer.
he has 1
just
level
for-
in Red Cloak Slayer for free.
for training.
So basically you can train to get lower levels in other classes for free.
Kavanaugh, can you hear me?
Kavanaugh? Wait, that's the guy. That's the god
Yes.
guy, right? Yeah. Okay.
That's the demigod guy.
Yeah.
I'm still.
I can always hear you.
You couldn't hear us in the crown of Chamber of the Five Kings.
Yes,
that's
but I
no point.
told you that.
I am aware.
Sass. Very polite sass conversation. That's like passive aggressive. I am aware.
I need to get to the castle, the main city of Alamorin. Screw names. So I can talk to the king about not destroying that. Are you going to be able to assist, or is it the fastest way to buy the wagon and the horses like I planned to?
Well, it depends on your intent. If you wish the element of surprise, going with any sort of force would be the best way. If you do not care for the element of surprise and simply wish speed, then teleportation is an option. Also, Jane says that.
Yep, I noticed.
I'm not looking to take the force with me at the moment. I'm planning on sending a group to talk to them, see what the king wants. Actually, do you happen to know what the king wants from the city? That's the next line of questioning. I'm still headed to the stables. I haven't stopped moving at this point.
He is confused. There is some corruption on him. He seeks for something that he cannot find.
There's some sort of corruption on his mind.
Yes.
He's not petrified, is he?
What?
He's not petrified, is he?
Probably not.
I just looked at Purifying Light like, huh. I really like this one. Do you think I can convince him to let me use an innate ability to try and clear his mind?
I doubt it.
As do I. Do you think he can be spoken to?
Perhaps. But I do not think it would be truly speaking to him.
Okay. So we have a king who has some sort of corruption on his mind, and I can either teleport probably our little tiny party,
Yeah.
or we can march with an army. We probably can't actually speak to the king, but we also probably don't want to go into war with this entire nation.
Okay, so first we have to figure out what our actual goal is. Then we can figure out which course of action to take.
Placating. He's burning. He has the heart of the nation we're supposed to be fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
We want him to stop being pissy at us.
Would you like to get the queen back? Would you like?
Yes! I would like the nation to be at least intact. I want him not to burn anything else. I prefer the leaders still alive,
Well,
but that might not be an option.
going there directly would probably be the most efficient way to prevent any additional casualties. However, it would also be the quickest way to die. On the other hand, going with an army would mostly guarantee our safety for at least a while, but there could very well be more danger and violence and any
Yeah.
sort of harm done to the country as a whole, possibly irreparable, in the time it takes to march with an army. So, pros and cons, you know? Pros and cons. Where's my... There it is. Pros and cons.
Have I reached the stable yet?
Yeah.
I would like to buy a cart and 2 riding horses.
A cart.
I
should
mean
be
wagon,
able to
actually.
spare that.
My apologies, a wagon.
Should still be fine. 2 horses and a wagon would probably run you about
200 gold.
Prices of wagons have gone up, hasn't it? And horses
a
too.
little bit here.
Ah, that economy.
Ah, that economy when the city's on fire.
Okay. I assume I'm still not physically here.
You're
unless
not.
Okay,
You're
yeah, you're
not.
not. You.
The wagon is going to be, if necessary, to transport the 2 of you who are currently both sleeping. You're out of it.
I mean, do we have metagaming pigeons in it?
Let's see. Can I do 180
For what?
for all 3? The wagon and the 2 horses. My intention isn't to use them. Really, it's to be able to use them temporarily. Actually, screw
That's
it.
still
Here's 200. That's 200 on the table. It's not worth arguing.
Alright. My assistant here will lead you to
The Sonson,
horses and help to
do what you
hitch
need
them
to
the
here.
wagon.
Smash
Not
heads
the-
off
not
to go
the
check with his
younger boy
party.
this side.
The Sonson is going to assist with getting the wagon ready to go
Okay.
as he can.
It's just like a king size bed in the back.
Huh?
it's just like a covered ride, it's just a king size bed.
So how long has it been since I went to the inn to start resting?
A day?
A day. So can I at least say that my health is
Okay.
restored, even though I still have penalties?
Yeah.
So I'm
and your
okay.
penalty is reduced by 1 for your long rest.
Okay.
If
And I'm at
So you're saying 24 hours or
So-
one long rest?
So how?
1 long.
So penalty, but how much of a penalty?
It's now a -3.
-3. Okay.
Is mine -1?
No, you have exhaustion.
Sorry.
Didn't he take a long rest?
You
yet?
have disadvantage on ability
You weren't
checks.
brought back to life.
Sorry, my bad. I meant exhaustion.
She has the penalty from being resurrected.
I'm going to go talk to King Ironhammer.
Takes you a little bit, but you do find him.
I figure he's not the easiest person to find due to the fact that we still have enemies in the city.
Yeah.
My king, I would like to discuss something with you.
And what is that?
Currently, we've already discussed marching on the city, right? On the other city. That was out of character. Like, I already know about that. Okay. I would like to leave some of your well-trained men in charge of the garrison here to kind of give them a leader. So that we can at least start having a group of people here to clean up and keep the citizens moving in an orderly fashion so we don't cause any riots or panic. Do you think we can do that?
Well, the garrison's still mostly intact.
But it doesn't really have a leader.
It doesn't have a head,
Exactly.
but it still has all its other parts.
So if we leave one unit here to act as a head,
The high general's gone,
yes.
but there are the regular generals, the captains, the commanders.
That is true. We just need to get them focused on kind of writing what we can while we go get the business with this other king sorted out. Passing notes.
Secret notes.
Crap.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. I would like to at least leave one squad of dwarves here as kind of an additional group, because dwarves are known to be good fighters and good people in general. So it would be, in addition to leaders, they have someone else to talk to, because these commanders that are left without the high general, they're still in confusion. So if we give them a friend to communicate with, to work with, I'm thinking that we can focus them better.
I might be able to spare a company, but that's probably all I can do.
That should be fine. We just need something for them to discuss with. Do you know which company you think you can spare?
I'll have to think about that.
Alright, I'm going to go talk to the commanders that are left.
Alright.
Cool. Moving on to the next group of people to go talk to.
So,
I'm assuming they're all scattered.
most of the garrison has actually made its way to the
really?
headquarters.
Sweet. Oh, so there's just one garrison here? There's not like 3 or 4 smaller guard
No,
posts?
there's one garrison.
Okay. Cool. That makes this a lot easier. Well, like, I had the idea in mind that there's like 3 or 4 smaller guard posts throughout the city that kind of keep order.
There's a
one
garrison,
garrison.
of soldiers that they keep
Okay. Commander,
Yes, what can I do for you?
what is your current plan of action?
Current plan of action. Do our best to keep those buggers where they are and not further out. And do our best to hold the city against anyone else that tries to come.
Do you think the people are going to panic?
Undoubtedly.
Is there a way we can prevent or mitigate that?
I'm going to send soldiers out into the city to provide a feeling of security.
Alright. That does.
That is all I can really do.
Of course, there's only so much you can do. You only have so many men.
Yes.
I don't think that the enemy is going to leave their defensive position.
I don't think so either.
Good. I just want to see that you're not a young fool.
No, I've been doing this for years.
Awesome.
I was there when we fought against the Sullen Empire.
Yes, I do remember that. I've talked to King Ironhammer, and he's leaving a regiment, what do you call it again?
Company.
Company.
The company is 100.
He's leaving a company of dwarves to assist.
Well, I'm sure that will help.
I figured it would. I believe that we're taking the rest of the dwarves and the king himself up over to hopefully just discuss things with the... I'm assuming the king of the other nation has a name.
Yes, but you have no idea what it is.
Alright. To discuss with the enemy, the opposing king, if there's a way we can solve this more peaceably without further destruction. To see if there's something he's searching for. Because if we can get rid of one enemy, I think that we can at least start rebuilding what we've lost. That's the current plan of action for us. Do you see anything wrong with that? I do trust your opinion in this.
Not immediately.
I do believe we're going to be leaving tomorrow evening, maybe early the next morning. If you have any ideas about this, I'm staying at... Where are we staying?
Where are we staying?
Where are we staying?
An inn. An inn.
That one inn on that one street somewhere.
Towards the entrance of the town.
I know
You know?
the answer, but I'm not out.
What is it? I just
Wandering
want to
Larch.
make sure you took 5 minutes.
Wandering Larch? Was
Yep, the Wandering Larch.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, theoretically, Smash does too, but I'm also missing that part.
That's the thing. She is. Me and her, we got a room there.
Yes. But someone had to go with you.
What?
You're both completely out of it.
No, when we weren't out of it, that's what happened.
I'm assuming that the party was with you, or at least parts of it.
It was just us.
Yeah.
So, should I? But 2 guards know where we are. Want to enjoy that? Just go find a captain. He'll figure it out.
I'm talking to the captain.
Oh yeah, he will.
Now you're talking to the general.
The general, actually, not the captain. I'm talking to the general of the forces that remain. After talking to the king, if you come up with anything, I'll be with King Ironhammer as we discuss our plans for the next couple of weeks.
All right.
What time of day is it?
At this point, it was night when the palace got set on fire. It was late evening, early night. It's not dawn.
I'm off to catch some rest if I can. Okay, sweet. I've got a question.
Yeah.
Before the palace was on fire, I assume I was praying to try and ask the god how to close the gates. Can I roll for that to see if I know?
Religion check.
Of course it is.
As always.
Yup.
Have fun. Can you charisma a god?
6!
You can certainly try. You have no idea how to close the gates,
I rolled the wrong dice.
except for the potential of dispelling them.
I could take them apart, but that doesn't seem like a good plan right now.
Take a sledgehammer.
Okay. That was empty. Cool. I'm gonna go... If I went back to the church, do you think they'd just let me sleep there for the time being?
Like, they're
there's
not going to
inns.
necessarily stop you.
You have access to the inn. Why would you sleep at the
Because I apparently don't know where it is.
You can investigate.
Just look around town.
Just roll.
You just did.
Disranson and Smash are going to separately
Not that
try and
close
find...
the gate.
Yeah. Well, he
Alright.
didn't ever roll to close the gate, but rolled to try to learn how to close the gate.
Yeah. Me and Smash and
Remotely close the
Disranson
gate. Beep, beep.
are going to separately try and find these two.
Am I in the inn?
Are you?
No.
Okay.
Well, find her, at least. We know that she is in it, out of it in a bad way. And it's like, it's before dawn. That probably means we're leaving.
Plus, I was
severely burned.
hungover, but when I died,
Wow.
No. She was lightly hungover.
lightly hungover.
You're lightly hungover and now you're severely burned.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did
So-
not have a good day.
Do you want me to roll investigation for both of them?
No.
Okay. They find her, I assume.
No, you just never find them.
I can't find the party! Worst way to split the party.
So you're walking in a circle.
That's rolls a natural 1. You just walked in the middle of the street over and over again. You okay there, buddy? No.
You need some water or something?
He rolls a natural 1. I think she's standing there, just looking. I think I see something down there. Now, I'll try
I think I see a building. That's the front door of an inn. Is it? Are you sure? Anyway. So,
Clearly wouldn't be.
there is now a wagon outside an inn. I would like to go and get enough supplies for the journey there and back. Assuming we're returning.
Okay, what kind of supplies are you getting?
Food, water, probably a couple of barrels of water.
Can't you just
For there and back,
make
so
it?
for 30 days. So you need non-perishable food,
ration.
You can make it every single day.
I don't want to waste spells on that. I don't know if we're going to encounter.
And I assume you're just getting
Enemies.
enough for your party, yes?
Yes, for the party. The army should have its
The
own
army.
supplies.
You have to get enough for the army.
That
I-
would be 20,000 gold pieces.
So, for about 30 days of rations, some water skins, that would run you about... What about 2 gold a day? About 60 gold.
That's better.
And that's for water skins.
And food.
What about for horses? Is that counted into that?
Yeah, I can add that in. I can add feed for horses. How many horses?
2.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Do you happen to have any barrels that I could also fill with fresh water?
Barrels? Yeah, I can give you a barrel. Sure.
Sweet. So now we have wagon, riding horses.
Wagons riding horses. That's impressive.
Water barrel. Foodstuffs. Okay. Samash is going to go crash for an hour.
Okay.
He's going to go power nap for an hour because he still hasn't slept.
You get woken up by rays of sunlight coming through the window.
Damnation. I'm gonna kill the fucking sun.
Next campaign,
And
we
you
kill the sun.
You realize it's been a few hours.
I'm assuming he hasn't full rested.
No. You've technically short rested, but you haven't long rested.
Hey, Derek.
Yeah?
Well, I'm curious. What would happen if I tried to call for my axe?
Like Mjolnir style?
Yeah.
You want to try it?
If I roll a natural 20, it will rip through the earth and come to you.
And if you don't,
Then nothing happens.
If he rolls a natural 1, it goes through the earth in the other direction.
It goes into the core.
It's the next day, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I wake up, I don't see my axe.
Come here
I
there.
didn't roll a 20, I rolled a 4. So,
Sad.
it doesn't come. Mjolnir.
And I try that once a day.
Sure, why not?
Yes.
Wakes up every morning out of habit. Axe.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Darn it. Anyway, so after being woken by the sun, he goes back to King Ironhammer. Do you want to march immediately, as of now? Or do you need a couple of hours to prepare the army? How long do you
The
need?
army's pretty much ready.
Okay.
We never had the chance to stop
Probably
being ready after getting to the city.
Yeah, no, it's been
So,
a rough while. I'm going to assume you haven't slept much either.
well, I've had plenty of sleep.
So
You're a lucky son of a... You're a lucky king, then.
Well, you gotta know how to balance your priorities. If you're tired, you're not going to be able to lead very well.
I plan to sleep on the way there, as I can.
So I wake up from the temple, and I'm gonna walk out of the temple and walk towards the
Why are you
castle
at the temple?
because I passed out there last. Remember?
I thought she carried you to the inn.
She never said a thing to me about that.
Okay, never mind then.
So?
So you were just like sleeping under one of the benches.
I'm making my way kind of back towards the castle, still groggy, kind of sense, trying to get my axe back.
And you see a massive pillar of smoke flooding out the sun.
Do I see him? Am I anywhere near his path to the castle?
No.
Okay.
I don't care, and I keep walking.
This Ranson is going to rouse this one, and they're going to get in the wagon and head towards the edge of the city
Okay.
to a prearranged meeting place.
So, you get pretty close to the wall,
Just get back to sleep.
and then you see a bunch of people on top of the
I'll
shooting
gag
down
you.
at you.
Don't make me.
What are you doing?
Carry me.
Coming back for something that is mine!
I don't think there's anything left in there.
Can I still try?
No.
Why?
Because no one gets in. Simple as that.
Smash is looking for the dwarf.
Can I come in with you so you can help me find it?
No.
By guarding me?
No.
Because I'd really like this.
No.
What can I do in order to get it?
Fry them.
Let me think about that.
Smash being a decently smart fellow, well, being reasonably well with people, does he figure that the goblin's gone back to the castle?
Probably.
Son of...
Did you carry me? Because I don't know if I got out of bed on my own.
Oh,
I don't think I
Sorensen
wanted-
carried you.
Okay.
He probably just picked up you in the blankets and just walked out.
That's
and put
fair.
you in
You
the wagon.
stole the blankets? Well, I don't care.
You
I'm
have
too
your own
tired to
bedroll.
care.
You stole from an inn.
Worst case scenario, he'll pay back later.
Well,
Well,
He
now
threw-
we've gotten to petty thievery.
He throws 2 silver on the counter as he walks out. How about that? He doesn't care. He's just leaving.
He's just confused at this point. He doesn't know what's going on. He'll just.
Alright,
Oh, good day, sir. Talk to you later.
You too.
How many people are on the wall?
There's
Set 20.
20.
Yeah, I'm not outgrabbing that.
yeah, that's too many people. You can't outbreak that.
So,
Derek, at what point do I arrive in this?
Not yet.
whoever's able to help me, I'll give them 20 gold coins.
You're offering 20 gold for us to go against our orders.
No,
That's what it sounded like.
I never said it was against your orders.
It's against our orders to let anyone in.
You never said that.
Well, I said people can't come in.
I'm so sorry, dude.
You're just singing that. I never knew it was against your orders.
Please
Yeah.
tell me I arrive right about now.
Why not?
Walks up,
Well,
picks-
it is.
Can I have some Cheez-Its?
grabs Goblin by back of collar, lifts him up. Of course it's against their orders. Have a look. Okay.
You get advantage. Because you're a small creature.
Please get a natural 20. Please get a natural 20. That would
Is
be-
this athletics or is this straight strength?
I'll give it athletics.
Unnatural 20.
Can I fight against this?
I mean, technically that counts
You
as
have
grappling,
to-
right?
You have to roll a acrobatics or athletics check.
Does he have disadvantage?
No.
Aw, that's
Not-
sad.
That's. I'm not going to give you advantage and him disadvantage. That's just cruel.
That's what the cloak does.
That's true.
23.
Alright, whatever.
He just.
He just wants you to shut up. Alright, we're
Then
leaving.
I want my axe back. And I walk.
Well, if we talk to the king like we're going to go do, you might get your axe back.
Fine.
Or you can fight 20 guardsmen with a dagger. What are you going to do, little friend? Do you actually say that?
aside. Yeah.
Please tell me you actually say that out loud.
I did.
I missed what you said.
Alright, we're all meeting at the edge of town, at the east edge of town.
And before you can finish,
Actually-
I just go over and get on the wagon. So I don't care anymore.
Well, the wagon's going to be on the west side of town till, I'm assuming it's just after dawn.
Yeah.
About 7. Walks away.
Never mind, I push you. Let's go.
Alright. We're going to go talk to the king.
Give
If
him
he-
away to get his axe back.
Yep, I did.
Why? I told them, hey, can you get that axe from me while I do this? No, they leave it.
Well, I'm sorry. I would have grabbed it for you, but I was dead.
No. If someone else was here, I told them to grab it while I did this. They were like, oh, you told me to grab this? Like,
We're going to go talk to the king, see if we can resolve this peacefully. Please don't burn too much or kill anybody. And if you would kindly stay behind the wall. Thank you very much.
Well, I'd rather not get shot.
Me too! That's just leaving, parting comment.
are there people all around the wall, as far as I can see?
Oh,
It appears so, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, we meet at the wagon. And...
Okay.
Do I know if the army is going to be at a forced march?
Probably.
Alright. Everyone's got everything they need, correct?
No.
Besides your axe.
Yes.
I died yesterday.
I know. Now go back to sleep.
Okay. I cuddle.
Sounds so callous. Shut up. Go back to sleep.
I roll over in the blankets and clutch my goblet like a teddy bear.
Is there any drinking beside the goblet?
There's nothing inside the goblet. I'm laying down. It would spill all over me.
Still drunk. Asleep.
I'm assuming my silver war pick's way too big for the goblin.
Yeah, your war pick is just a little too big.
Pulls it out.
It's
You
only
want to
about
try
as
and use
big as
this?
the goblin.
I'm gonna grab it and just look at it.
I might be willing to give you a temporary weapon, but I don't know what you want.
She's giving me sorry.
I feel bad.
We're going to head out now.
I feel pity.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to climb into the back of wagon 2, take off my armor, and pass out. Disranson is driving.
Okay.
Can we go to the magic shop first?
Well, you're currently all in the wagon surrounded by an army of dwarves.
Yep.
It might
We're
be
headed
a
out of
little bit
town.
Too late.
Can I go to the magic shop before and see if I can get a quick magic weapon?
Are you gonna jump out of the wagon and go try to get the magic weapon?
Right.
Okay.
Smash tries to organize everybody. Goes to sleep for like 2 hours. Wakes up. Finishes organizing. Gets in wagon. Thump. Is out.
Alright. So, all of you begin to head out of the city. Heading roughly east by northeast.
Do you mean west
East?
by northeast?
West? West by northwest.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking of the map this way. Because I'm facing like this way.
Uh-huh.
I'm like behind the map. Yes. West by northwest. Towards Tyrannia. You know that general direction.
Yeah.
So, is there anything you'd like to do on the 16-day journey?
Pray. I need to find out how to close the darn gates. May I try again?
I will say over the 16-day journey you can try 2 more times.
Nat 20 on the first one.
So you do seem to get through to Tyrell, and he does tell you how to close the gates.
I know how to close
doors.
the
Magic portal doors.
damn gates.
So Josh, by chance while you were inside the tavern, did you grab any of my wood?
I left grabbing your stuff up to you. Did you leave your entire pack there?
No, I had it on me. I asked about the wood because I was passed out. She was in the same room as the wood.
I assume Disranson gathered any of the belongings that looked like they weren't part of the room.
Okay.
Meaning, wood, I have no clue.
I'm gonna work.
High or
You might
low?
have left wood.
High or low?
It's like a bit of a log.
Hi.
Yes, he grabbed the wood.
Yes. Okay. During this entire time, I'm trying to make bow, like a bow, without the string.
Okay, that would be a short bow.
Yeah.
Because you got 2 feet long segments of wood. That wouldn't even be a short bow. That'd be a short bow for a child.
I am.
He's a common size.
I don't even know if that counts as a short bow. How tall are you?
3.
3 feet tall.
Maybe you might be able to make a 2-foot short bow.
Let the rolling begin. Not 20.
It's a reasonable short bow. The grain of the wood wasn't very good for it, though, so you don't know how long it will hold up. But it's a short bow.
That's interesting. I wanted the rolls. Wait a minute, I hesitate for a second. Wait, do I get with advantage? And it drops. Like, oh, not 20. Whatever. That's great.
Y'all are getting like nat 20s. I'm probably gonna roll a 1 at my first turn.
No. I rolled a 7 the first time to try and figure this out. This was him sitting down and be like, okay, talking to a god. How do you talk to a god? Like giving himself a whole entire prep speech in the back of the wagon.
I suspect that this won't go very well. You guys will have a fantastic session. This is gonna be the best session of your lives.
Oh, no,
I'm gonna die again.
We started this session when I first rolled a nat 20 again. So this entire time is me hoping for good luck. The dice had predicted it.
Alright, yesterday, no, last week actually, there was a funny thing. The reason why we think she died is because I rolled 2d6s and 1d10. No, 1d12. They were all 6s. Twice.
Oh, you're screwed.
Why you lost your axe.
Apologies. I lost my axe to that. I lost my axe to, no offense, an idiot.
Anyway, so aside from that, Smash is just going to practice what he's learned from the Red Cloak, and just keep fine-tuning his thing.
Okay.
Occasionally summoning his sword. Sword of the gods.
Alright. So, if there's nothing else, then after some time, you do end up having to cross a river, but not too bad.
Do I have penalties still?
No, those are long gone out.
Every time you wake up, they feed you and send you back to sleep. That's it.
After about 15 days, you see the city of Tiraniel on the horizon.
All right.
And
She's got practice.
the army stops and the king goes up to your wagon.
It hasn't changed.
So, what actually is the plan?
Well, I assume we don't want to walk up and look like we're starting a fight.
Probably not.
So I assume that it's going to be my small party, yourself, maybe not yourself, a representative for you, and some guards for them.
But the question is, how close to the city do we bring the force?
Assuming they already know we're here.
Probably. They can probably see us from there.
Of course. Are we how far away is, like, you can see a city?
Currently, you're 1 day out.
1 day out? I think we should stick right about here, because this is far enough that they can't strike at us and start guerrilla attack, start harassing the army. But it's close enough that we can prepare and be fighting within a day or two.
The problem is that if you all go in there and something goes wrong, can't get you out.
Even if it goes right, we're going to be dead, basically. We're walking into...
So you're planning to die?
I'm expecting to be able to talk to him and be given enough respect to be able to walk in and out without serious issues.
That's not what you just said.
Well, I'm walking into an enemy stronghold. If something goes wrong, I'm going to assume that he's either going to take me captive, or it's going to straight up kill me.
You're right. But if what you say in there doesn't work, then we might lose the queen.
That's true. Do we have sending stones of some sort?
Nope.
Of course
Right.
not. Let's see. I don't know how close to being an army. I've never been in charge of one, to be honest. My lord. My king. My apologies. That is not something I've ever considered. Definitely not straight up to the gates. But
Well, of course not.
I do believe you're correct, and we should be closer than this.
At most, we should probably bring the army about an hour away from the city.
Alright.
Because then if they rally to attack us, we'll have time to prepare. And if something goes wrong, we are not too far away to strike. Because here, we're too far away to strike.
Yes. Takes a full day march just to get there.
Yeah.
Would it be a full day of forced march? Yeah, no, definitely not here. Never mind. That's a terrible idea. Well, you said a full day's march, and I was like, okay, casual walking pace.
No!
No, we've been forced marching this entire time.
Yep.
The only reason that my party isn't tired and exhausted is the fact that horses...
Wagon.
Yep. Alright, let's get them within an hour or so of the city. My other question is, do you want to take a night for your men to rest, and then we go talk to the king? Or do you want to immediately go to the king?
My men should be fine.
Alright. They are quite hardy, all dwarves.
Yep. And likely, there will be another force on the city, either already or very soon.
That is true.
Because
Do we
they had to travel nearly half as far as we did.
Yes, that is very true. My only question is, do we have contact with them currently?
A third is fine.
Huh?
A third is fine. We do not currently have contact. I will send out a few scouting parties just to see if we can find them.
Of course. Okay. So myself and your representative, and any guards you send with them, are going to go make contact with the king tonight, and you'll see if you can make contact with the other dwarves.
Yeah.
Alright, sounds like fun. Off we go!
Alright, so you're just taking your wagon up to the gate.
Yep.
As you roll up to the gates, you do have a commander with you, but
Well, actually, I assume we leave the wagon with the rest of the army.
okay. So, you walk up to the city. By the time you get there, I'm going to say it's later evening.
Of course.
Not quite dark yet, not quite sunset, but... And as you approach, you hear, "Who goes there?"
Representative... Actually, how do we want to introduce ourselves? Hold on. Out of game moment. How do we want to introduce ourselves? Hold on. I don't want to be like, we're here on behalf of the city that you took.
We have come to slay the king!
No! That would go even worse. Okay.
Commander, who's with you guys, just looks at you confused.
Hold on.
I thought you had a plan. Do you not have a plan?
I just realized that I only have my name and the name of your king to go. Well, my plan is to go see what the king wants, what he's searching for. You don't just claim a capital out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It is representatives of Telkator. We wish to speak with the king if possible. Actually, no, that's how I'm gonna leave it. I said it.
And I can't say anything because I don't want to look up and scare them.
The commander just rolls his eyes and says, I personally am here on behalf of King Ironhammer of Vermilion, who I know your king has no grievances with. However, with this war, there may be some quarrels forged. We would like to iron those out before they go too far.
Yes. We'd
Guard
like to
just
see what
says-
the king wants.
I can take you to the palace, but I cannot guarantee that the king will grant an audience. So,
I'm gonna let the dwarf go first. He clearly knows more of what he's doing. He has like an idea of what he's doing. I'm kind of like, the king wants something. I don't know what.
so
I'm at a disadvantage here.
after a minute, the gate creaks and starts to open. There's a regiment of about 30 guards. And the guard that you talked to on top of the wall steps forward.
Question.
Yeah.
Did the commander, as we approach the castle, is he armored and armed? The dwarf.
He is armored.
Okay.
He probably has a weapon on him, but you can't visibly see it.
Okay. Is my war pick easily apparent?
Yeah.
I figured it would be.
As is the great sword. The dagger isn't, though.
Well, they can't see my my longsword. It's poofed.
Yeah, it's true. You can't see your long sword.
Or my breath weapon, but they figure I have one, I assume.
So, this regiment leads you towards the palace. And it is a very imposing stone structure, almost like a Gothic cathedral in design. And you notice throughout the city there are many keeps, likely of nobility.
It is a powerful nation.
And when you reach the front of the palace, the guard says, I will need you to wait here.
Of course.
His accent changed, but I'm just gonna go with it.
It could be a different guard.
It's a different guard, sure. There's
Hello.
30 of them.
Exactly. It could be even the guard at the gate of the castle. Like,
Sure, it's him.
there's a lot of guards.
And he goes in, and 5 minutes pass. 10 minutes pass. And eventually he does come back out and says, the king will see you, but I cannot allow you before him armed.
I've already taken out my war pick and set it on the ground. Before he even comes back out. Like, that's the first thing he did.
I'm staying outside.
Was he set his war pick down.
Yep. Alright.
I stepped back from it and let
Wait, you
somebody
don't
take
want to
it.
relinquish the sword?
Yeah, I stay. I'm like, y'all
What
can
sword is this?
go ahead.
This Ransom's
It's-
also...
it's-
I'm there. I have nothing to lose.
This
Yeah,
Ransom's taking
You don't
off
have
both
your
of his
axe
swords
no more?
and his short bow. This Ransom just like unpiles a whole bunch of daggers and short bows and like just a small pile of weapons. Bring me one! Bring one hither!
So
You heathens. Thank you.
she kind of looks over you all. So be it.
I just ask you to like tell me what happened and then I like leave. Tell me how it goes.
He
Well, if we don't come back, you're probably already dead.
and the guard leads you into the palace. You immediately notice you enter through a hallway, and lining the hallway are guards. So
Don't start a fight, in other words.
yeah,
Looks at the goblin.
Do not increase tensions.
and the hallway opens into slightly more of a grand chamber.
I have a hood over my head.
There's a small, almost like fountain in the middle of the chamber. It's nice.
This is a very impressive place.
Surrounded by a little tiny garden, little flowers. And then beyond it, you can see just grand doors embossed with silver and gold. And
Are there any symbols of gods around the room?
symbols of gods.
Like murals of gods or something of that sort? This sounds like a chamber that would have some sort of decoration for gods and such.
There is actually not.
Okay.
So, the guard leads you up to the doors, and some more guards at the side begin to push them open. It leads you into a grand chamber. There are stained glass windows on the walls, depicting various things, mostly battles.
Once again, no gods.
There do not appear to be any symbolism
These
of gods.
people don't really like gods, do they?
There
Dang.
might be a little bit of symbolism.
Is there Ventar, King of War?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Velte worships them. However, if I can even remember my own gods, we'll see. I'm trying to remember who they worship. Because I know they do worship someone. It would probably be Killen, the Lord of Honor.
Very respectable guy. I don't say that out loud. That's not.
So,
One way to go wrong. Huh, your god's kind of respectable. Entire nation starts a war with one guy.
and at the far
Quite
end,
the bounty.
there's a dais. There's about 10 steps and then a small platform. And then then there's a dais, and on top of the dais is a throne.
Is there someone in the throne?
Off to the platform, there are also two shorter daises that have two other throne-like.
I'm assuming these are occupied. All of them.
Yes, they are.
Cool. Anyone
And
I would
there are-
recognize?
Many guards.
Well, of course.
Probably not.
All right. That's once again I'm following the dwarf's lead to see what he does, because if the dwarf can iron out the grievances between his nation and their nation, then I have a small chance of being able to at least appease him. I'm literally here to beg. That's what I'm here to do. Can we please have the queen and the city back? Is there something you want we can give you?
So, the guard leads you up to the upper platform that stands before the throne. And just steps off to the side.
What are you trying at me?
Because the pretty one is hungry. Eating all my Cheez-Its.
Maybe. Sorry. There we go. Going back.
And before you, in almost blackened plate mail, on a throne of stone embossed with silver and gold, and a crown that almost appears to be actually built into his helmet of silver, studded with a few rubies, just sits man. He's just reclined in the throne.
I've got a question. Has anyone ever told me what to do when approaching someone else's king?
Nope.
Alright. I bow. Like I would. To the queen. Not just an inch shy of what I would do for the queen. But that's still a pretty deep bow.
Okay.
He doesn't know what else to do. He's like, respect. Hit the respect button a whole bunch. Please don't kill me. Sorry.
And the dwarf steps forward because apparently his lead is being followed here.
Yep. Well, he's the one that actually can speak to the king and not beg.
Mickey, we've come to discuss the actions of this kingdom against those of Telkator. As we dwarves so happen to be the allies of them. And we'd rather not get wrapped up in a conflict if it is unnecessary. So, if you could please tell us, why? Why is there a war?
Yes, we're quite curious.
The king just kind of looks up. Why is there a war? Why must people always fight? Why must they seek change? Seek to better the world?
I'm not sure, my king. I stand here seeking balance.
But can balance ever be achieved?
Not perfectly, as far as I'm aware. It is a constant struggle to keep it from tipping too far one side or the other.
The only way to find perfect balance is to have only one side. Then it can balance with itself.
I've never heard of a one-sided staff, sir. My king. As far as I'm aware, there's always two sides to everything.
Not always. Just looks up. Imagine if all were united under a single banner. A big picture. Then should a great threat arise again, as have risen in the past, it would be quickly extinguished, as all people would be working as one.
Are you seeking to unite the nations?
In a way, yes.
Would it not be simpler to send representatives to talk first? Unless that's already been done and I'm unaware.
There have been many years of political games, of squabbling, of never being able to reach a conclusion. Of war. Take the Selene Empire, for instance. Who was it that drove them back?
Does my character know the answer to this?
I might have actually said it earlier this session. It was the uprising in Alamoran.
I don't think you said that earlier, but you mentioned it briefly.
Yeah.
By one guy. It was the uprising, my king.
Yes. And whose country?
Alamor.
Yes. That was a mistake. They also simply sought to unite all under a single banner.
Have they also been playing political games with you then?
The Selen Empire is weak. It has shattered. It has no power anymore. But there are others who have much power. Power that they don't understand.
And who might those be?
Those who through ignorance seek victory.
I've never heard of ignorance leading to a victory, my king. Only proper decisions and informed movements.
That's because ignorance does not lead to victory. And it never will. He waves to someone on his side. And you notice a few guards down below carrying a covered pedestal almost. And they bring it up towards the platform and set it before him. Those who seek to quell their betters.
Pay attention. We're talking to a king.
I'm technically not there.
Oh yeah, right. You are though. You pay attention.
You want me to talk?
That's also a good point.
Never mind. I'll just do the talking.
I'm not there and he's a goblin.
Have fun.
Ta-da! I have an excuse, and she has a full-hearted excuse.
Yeah. I am literally not there. Unless you want me to try to break into the palace.
I am
Like, jump
literally
into the
killable
window.
by
Hey, guys!
sight.
I leap into
I'm
the
considering
window.
killing you.
I leap in through the window, glass scatters
Not
across
the
the
first
floor. I'm
person.
like, hey guys, what did I miss? I'm pumped full of arrows and I die in an instant.
Never mind. I forgot that you had stayed outside.
Yeah,
Like a wimp.
I'm.
The king nods to one of the guards who brought up this pedestal, and they pull back the cloth that is covering it. And on it, almost hovering a few inches above, you see a gem.
Disrance is going to activate his true sight.
Flickering in color. It is not an illusion.
So this is a clearly powerful gem.
Almost flickering as a firelight. You recognize this.
The firelight?
The gem.
Who has it?
The
The
king.
What gem is this?
So, the gem. The gem that when I lit the torch to burn the wood, and the fire started to grow bigger. I threw the torch into the portal to put it out, but the fire stayed and turned into a fire gem. That summoned 3 elementals.
What? Hold on. You're telling me that the king has a gem that can summon 3 fire elementals.
Losing my cool, I look up at you. So, where did you get that?
That's not his concern. That is not your concern.
Oh, yes, it is. Did you get anything else?
No.
Are you sure?
Goblin.
Yes. Like, look either over or under the microphone at you.
There's a microphone?
He turns to this goblin. Do you recognize it?
Yes.
Where from?
In the same room where I lost my axe. Through one of the portals.
Ah, so
My-
you know of these gateways.
Yes, my lord. We do. They're under every city.
Not every city.
Most of the older ones, as far as I'm aware.
Only those that were chosen by the gods.
I'm visibly about to lose my cool, by the way.
Goblin, relax. We can most-
There are half a dozen guards right there.
Yeah, I know.
My liege, he's looking after his weapon. As a soldier, he is someone who holds it very dear. He lost it in combat and now is searching for it.
It's from the same room of the gem.
Yes, now... If the king has it, he has it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. If his men have it, they have it. Same thing.
I just want to see it.
No, you want to hold it again.
No, I do want to see it though. Just to know if he does have it. No? Wait, during all those 16 days, would I be able to reach out?
Mm-hmm.
Yes!
I can't do it anymore, can I?
You probably did it this morning. Is it only once per day?
By his permission.
Let's see.
During combat. Are you pulling up a rolling thing? So we have the rolling thing?
Actually, could, to be fair.
You might as well.
Want to roll 16 times for the days we've been traveling?
No, he's just gonna roll an online 16 d20s.
Might as well.
That is pretty efficient.
Oh, question, Derek. With the Gem of True Seeing, is there anything around Desranson that looks... that is
One of them
illusion?
is a 20.
Yes.
So you do
What?
have your axe.
You got
Okay.
your
But you
ass.
They have my
you would have
axe.
had to leave it outside, yeah.
But they don't have my dagger.
Oh, so this is completely avoided.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll
Yes,
just...
Yeah, retcon.
I'm still mad about the gem. though.
Retcon!
I see that. I'm not happy.
So what is the gem?
Good question. I don't know either because he didn't explain it.
You're not there.
He...
It's the goblin.
Okay.
And yes, I explained it to you. The gem. I would summon fire spirits and we stand too close to it. Ow.
So it's in the... It was in one of the gates.
Yes.
Which one?
Across
Sorry,
from,
Malik.
across from the tower.
You realize the tower is in the middle.
Yes. You realize we came through a portal and went to the other side of the tower to get to that one. It's the last one you opened, but you never went through.
Oh, okay. I think I know where it came from. Alright. Sorry, my liege. You were saying?
I was saying that through ignorance, you may have helped us.
I did. I have since then tried to correct my ignorance in at least that small detail. But I was a fool.
You don't know what this is, do you?
This gem? No, I do not.
It is energy, power.
Now I'm scared.
Power that, if broken, could cause a tear in reality.
What would come out of that tear?
That, I am not sure.
Do you think you have forces that could defeat it if it was unfriendly? Was foe?
This is the greatest kingdom on Eltoneral. I'm sure I could.
There are those that are mighty enough to fail armies.
Yes. But I have more than just armies.
I forgot who I was speaking to. My apologies.
I have legions!
Found you when you're staying outside.
I, for one, am interested to see where it leads.
That is an interesting question, but may I direct your attention back to dealing with Telkator? Or what was Telkator at this point? He can tell me no. He knows this, hopefully. Or it might take happening
The
beheaded.
kingdom is already fallen. There is nothing left but rubble.
Or its people just not your people.
They might as well. There are many ways to get power. And one of them is simply strength. I have the greatest strength.
You do. You've proven that. Do you intend to keep conquering kingdoms?
From what I understand, you've come to try to restore Telkator.
No, I've come to maintain its people. As one should do. To make sure that you are not going to just blindly slaughter those that are there. To see what your plan is.
I do not kill in ignorance. My plan is to protect the world against threats that a few cannot stand against.
Every time I move, it creaks, even if it's just a little bit. It's very.
Take a new chair.
And I gotta move.
It might be your final move.
Final move.
Well,
The
then,
last move you ever made.
Been abandoned. It's still squeaking.
then, my lord, are you planning to let the queen guide them, or are you going to put a vassal in her stead? I assume that you cannot leave them without some form of guidance.
It also squeaks.
I cannot trust the queen to go with my wishes. She still believes in her fool of a mother that ran off and got herself killed.
Remind me of the mother's name again?
You want to write down notes?
This is why you take notes.
Remind me of the mother's name, please. It's Varel, right?
Sort of.
Sort of. Do you mean her mother, who went and was ascended to godhood?
So they claim. An easy way to cover a death. Claim that they achieved salvation. They became one with the heavens.
By all the gods above, I sure hope she did, otherwise I'm drawing on somebody else's power.
And And you expect me to believe that?
I'm a paladin, my lord. I draw on the power of God to fight for the right. Shush. I pull out the symbol of Real, Lady of Renewal, and I present it. So either I'm drawing on a god that was repressed and what people were forced to forget. Because I know when I started drawing on her power, she was not a god long before I became one of her followers. Before her, I followed Velte, King of War.
What was
He was no longer able to support the power of the gods, of his power. So I searched out a new god, one I had never heard of before. And as a paladin, I talked to the clerics. Maybe not much, but I did. And so finding a god that I'd never heard of before was shocking, to say the least.
There are many gods that many have not heard of, because they exist only in myth and legend, but not in truth.
You don't believe that there's people who have gained the highest power?
There is no way to do so. There is no way to achieve the power of the divine. That is what they are. They are divine. One cannot simply try to understand them, let alone achieve that level of power. It is folly to even think so. There are others who even the gods do not speak of, because the gods fear them. And you think that your god will save you?
No. I've already died. Twice.
Yet here you stand.
I was not able to call upon my god to bring myself back. Somebody else called upon theirs.
Exactly.
I believe in my training. I trust that the being who grants me power is going to continue to do so, but I don't believe they will save me. And this is why he's very terrible at religion.
You should be more blindly idealistic.
No!
Have more blind idealism. It'll take you places.
My king, have you died before?
I have tasted it, yes.
Whatever gods you believed of at the time, they didn't save you, did they?
No. I was brought back because my destiny was not fulfilled.
Can I use divine sense?
I can't think of a reason why you wouldn't be able to use divine sense.
It's more of, I'm using divine sense. And he's going to look up what that does and see how he's going to respond to that. Celestial fiends and undead within 60 feet.
There is a fiend standing right in front of you.
Is it the king?
Oh,
Define fiend, if you would.
Demon.
My lord.
Can you tell what level of demon?
He runs an entire nation so very high.
Technically, you can determine type,
Is it from this plane?
but you're not sure, actually. You should be able to know what kind of demonic presence there is, but you cannot sense a specific presence
Frightening.
that you're familiar with, at least.
My lord, are you quite sure that you were brought back fully?
Yes.
How do you go from there? Crap.
You run. You throw a rock and you run.
My liege, may I ask a strange question?
What?
Does your army have any paladins? Any warriors or granted power by gods?
We do not need gods.
Guess that's.
Shit. Crap.
I look over at you. I hope you're the one who's going to need a drink, and I hand you the flask.
What's in the flask again?
That
Hold
is
on.
the iron flask of swear.
Oh!
Fine, I'll grab my other bug.
Oh! Question. The flask can hold any creature.
Any
Correct.
extra planar creature.
Yeah.
Any extraplanar creature.
So if it's not
You
from
just
this
capture
plane-
the king.
Oh, pause. Once you capture the king, everyone here.
Everyone here shoots you down instantly.
My liege, have you heard of the iron flask of what was Velte? Have you heard of the iron flasks?
That's what I heard. I heard Valir.
Velte. They're containers designed to hold an extraplanar beings from other planes.
And why would this concern me?
Because I sense that there's a presence around you. That there's someone here who's from another plane.
And you think I do not know this already?
Can we play like emergency button?
Enough red flags here.
I have never heard of one being greeted or... I have never heard of a situation like this. I assumed that it had been hanging around without your knowledge. Because you don't have the power of... You don't have people who sense that kind of thing as far as I was aware. My apologies. I seem to be been greatly mistaken, my liege. He's very clearly freaked out. Like, he's trembling a little bit. Like, oh fuck!
So you no longer need this drink?
Oh,
Or you're going to hold on to that?
he's still holding on to it just because he's like, what do I do?
If I were here, I
What
would be
do I
telling.
do?
I would be lightly pushing the flask down.
He's like
Do
just.
not.
He's looking around in panic. He looks at the dwarf and goes, I don't know what to do. I'm lost.
And you think I do?
I was...
This is what I was imagining in my head. It's like kind of the back. Like, well, cheers.
Good luck.
I was planning to ask your permission to trap it. I'm assuming that's a no.
You are correct.
Okay.
You should leave now, bud.
So my main concern was the people of Telkator, or what was my apologies, what was Telkator. They're safe. They're under new leadership.
For now, They are safe.
They're gonna be finna eaten by a demon in the next month.
But there is something coming.
Do you, something coming from where, my liege?
From beyond. From a place beyond the void itself. Something has found a way in. And it's coming.
What kind of way in would it need?
A tear. In the fabric of reality. A tear in the power of the gods.
To a darker place?
Yes.
I've seen one.
Not as dark as where they come from. You may have seen a place of shadows, of death, of destruction, but you have not seen a place like that which they were banished to.
But with a Terran that's smaller to that less dark place, could they enter?
Perhaps.
I have something I need to see if I can attend to then.
All right.
It goes from, what do I do with the demon in front of me to, how do I deal with that? He just looks like he's not having a good day.
Do I get my bottle back?
I have issues to go to attend to, my liege. But first, since you've taken Telkator, it seems like I am one of yours. Am I allowed to go attend to that matter which I just mentioned?
Yes, you may.
Thank you, my liege. He straightens up and, like, clearly in a daze, just walks out.
Okay, so was I just like outside the palace this whole time, or
Just like twiddling your thumbs.
where was I?
You were just outside the palace.
Okay, I'm like, yo, how'd it go? What'd they say?
We're all fucked.
Oh, one drink.
So, short version is, Telkator is no more. The people under this guy, this apparently Demon King, his reign, and
Demon King.
we're off to go close a tear in reality that we didn't deal with. You remember that, Drow Queen? Yeah, we left a tear open that might let in something very dark and dangerous. So much so a demon is trying to unite the world. That starts drinking.
Would you like some?
Samash is like, just, he picks up his weapon, puts it over his shoulder, just walks, ignores everything, and just clearly isn't seeing anything around him.
Out of character, you guys might need some backup.
No, really?
Or something more powerful to actually help you.
So, yeah.
Cough, cough.
I'm gonna go see if I can talk briefly with the, wizardy friend. Do you want to join, or are you too drunk for that?
I just barely started. I just started drinking because I was bored. Let's go.
Alright. Samash looks like he's headed back to the war camp, so let's go back there first and discuss with the king. I'm assuming the dwarf guy is there? The dwarven diplomat kind of fellow?
Yeah. He's busy.
Oh,
Yeah,
is there anything important I missed?
Not really.
Okay,
Just trying to make sure the kingdoms don't go to war.
Yeah, it looks like he's just conquered Telkator and is planning to leave the people be. I don't know how your king's going to respond to that, but at this point, I'd just leave it be. He's not planning on burning anything or killing people.
Yeah.
Looks like at all. We can deal with it at a later time if we need to. But it looks like at least some of us are going to go close a tear in space and perhaps time. So, off we go, I guess.
Which gives you a, you knew about this kind of luck?
We didn't think it was. We thought that someone opened something to, like, the Shadowfell or some such, not some place that a great evil thing could slip through. We figured it would close itself. Or I did anyway.
Good glory. Do we work with the ignorant fools now?
I'm
Still trying to remember.
just a scout. I just look for things.
I'm just trying to remember if any of my characters was around for that battle.
Was any of your remaining characters? Was Shadow Sorcerer around?
No, she left early, so evil guy left. No,
Yeah, you had no character there at the time.
Wow.
I've done all to you guys.
All right.
I think.
Yeah, no, I did.
Where are we
And to some
going?
degree, yes, you do work with the ignorant because we're not great scholars. We're just people who were sent by God to collect some items. We didn't even mean to see the ritual happen. We just kind of ended up in the Underdark and needed a way out. And the Drow Queen got in our way, so we killed her. She wasn't really fighting back.
You make a lot of enemies in high places.
You were there!
Was I there?
Were you? Hold on.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, you weren't.
joined-
Never mind. I forgot.
I
I'm a little bit out of it. My apologies. I just I've never seen him like that.
just joined at the vampire part, the vampire island.
Yep. No, you weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
Way after.
I wasn't way after. It was
I'm glad to know that
Not
I've become.
super-
Episodes.
I'm-
Episodes.
I know.
I'm glad to know that I have become so immersed in the party that retroactively you think I've always been here.
I'm sorry. It's just I'm not one to speak with people. That's his job.
The monkey ladder.
And he's clearly not doing it right now. So I'm trying to deal with people. I'm not good with people. Shut up. Leave me alone. I'm going to go try and talk to the guy and see if he can help us. I'll be back. Swanson walks ahead of the party. Well, walks separately after Smash.
Alright.
And after getting back to the war camp, he calls on Kalinar to discuss. Since he is... Well, to tell him. I assume he already knows.
You're calling on Governor?
Yes. We need a way to get to the Underdark over in the, Shadowed Planet continent.
This astral figure appeared in front of you? And why is that?
We made a mistake. A very large mistake.
Of what sort?
There is a tear in space that goes to... He's already holding his head. It goes to some very dark place full of death and suffering and a demonic... The king we went to go talk to said something's coming that could potentially come through said tear. So, Smash is in shock and is not speaking to anyone. I figured we'd go try and fix it.
Does he still have the flask?
No, he gave it to
clutching the flask.
No, he's clutching his war pick like oh crap. Like he's not looking at
Alright,
anything. He's out of it.
So, probably the first time ever, you see Cavanair's expression just darken.
Am I going to die? Right now?
Not right now.
Okay.
The astral form waves its hand, and Swanson feels his form shift.
Is it just a Swanson?
Yes.
All right.
dude!
Were you there?
Yeah.
Walks in and sees the Swanson disappear. What?
Bruh.
You find yourself again in this, like, marble building.
He flips up the hood on his cloak like... Yes, my lord? Can I help you?
He walks... He gestures for you to follow him and walks towards part of the wall.
Slowly uncurls and follows.
He waves his hand before the wall, and it begins to play this vision. It's one you've seen before, actually. The night sky, stars disappearing, one by one, till only one is left.
Is this where they're opening the gate? By calling upon the plane of
And a
magic?
great wave of light, and a wave of darkness, coming to meet the center. I've never been wrong before. Not once.
Of course not.
The future has always seemed so clear, so plain. But this is something else. He waves his hand and a bookshelf appears next to him. Reaches out and grabs a book and just starts looking through it. There is history so old, time itself has nearly forgotten it.
A history of what?
Of the Great War. There are many gods. Many are unknown to all. That is the way it was meant to be.
Are they going to destroy things?
And looks, perhaps. And he flips open to a specific page of the book and you see this symbol. He says, long ago, there were the gods, we know, but there were less of them. The only gods that we remember from those times are Roblox and Tyrion. We view them as great gods, heroes, saviors. And in a way they are. In their time, there were others. But none of them were what anyone would consider good or just.
Their powers of destruction.
Yes, great forces.
We've opened a way for them, I assume.
It may be so. There was a war between Brovok Tyril and the other gods. Brovok and Tyril worked together against them. Both light and dark, creation and destruction, working for a single purpose. Together they made the Divine Gate. But that had two purposes. There were two layers of the gate. One layer, the inner layer that scholars and others are familiar with, prevents gods from setting foot on Elton without a hole in their souls. But there is also the outer ring of the Divine Gate. The war had been going badly for Tyril and Brovok. There were too many of their foes. So in a last attempt, they sought to banish these foes to places beyond the multiverse.
Beyond the void?
Beyond the void. That was the second part of the Divine Gate. To keep those beings sealed away.
The Demon King said one of them is coming.
Yes. If that is the case, and his word rings true, then it could be that the seal has failed.
Is it possible for it to be restored?
It is, but it is not easy.
I'm assuming closing the hole just isn't enough. It would be patching a tiny piece of a garment that's burning.
No, one could not simply fix the hole. The seal would need to be remade. And there is only one way that I know of that it can be done.
Brovok and Tyril? Or...
In a way,
Okay.
the items they used to make the seal still exist. They were not consumed by this.
Items?
He waves his hand, and 3 stones appear.
Is one of them the firestone that the king had?
No.
Okay.
No.
Darn it. I was really hopeful that at least one of them was already found. Frick. So we might have doomed the entire world.
Actually, that would have been you guys.
3 have been found.
I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything.
You weren't even part of the group before then.
Mm-hmm. So this ain't my fault.
So she ain't wrong.
This ain't my
Into-
fault.
And he waves his other hand. 2 still remain.
Are these just rocks?
Things like.
I'm assuming these are the crystals. The shards of eternity.
Yes.
Okay, good. Well,
Yes,
you
they're
just like
just random rocks.
you said you see 3 rocks, and I'm like, okay. Actually, I should have asked, do I recognize them?
Yeah, you should have asked.
That's a stupid thing not to ask.
Brovok and Tyril made them together. They are essence of creation and destruction, of life and death. They were the agents used to create the Divine Gate. But there is more than just agents in such a ritual as this. There are catalysts.
So we finish
There are
finding them, we put them
Things
back
to make
together,
the spell last longer.
and we have a chance of fixing this.
There is a chance. But only a chance.
So most likely we're dead. The last one's held by the Lich that we know of. And the one after that we can't find until we've collected the one from the Lich.
But you are not ready to face him.
No, we're not.
But it still must be done.
Liches can't feel love, can they?
No. They tore their own hearts out.
Being vulnerable to magic is a big, big thing if you're attacking a Lich. That's all they really know.
But there may be a way. I am not the only of my order.
There's the one on the Shattered Continent. Is there more?
He is not the only other. There were 4 of us.
So 4 terrifying beings. You gotta remember, this is still this ransom.
Yeah.
There's 4 terrifying beings.
I mean, I'm counting them right now. Let's say 4.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
But didn't we piss off the one on the Shattered Continent? Are we going to need to make deal with that to have help?
Yes. And there is the issue that I do not know where the other 2 are. Which means they are not on this plane.
Would the historian know?
Perhaps. But the historian
Oh, we can't find her either.
knows many things of the Yoria. Not so much of me and my order.
But the Aurir are... The Lich was once an Aurir. He was once one of them.
He was.
So we should still talk to the historian to see if they know anything.
Yes.
If we can find them.
But first, we will need allies. If I sent you and your friends to kill him, you would die before you knew it. Before you even saw his eyes.
I don't want to die.
He has strength greater than any mortal, greater than some gods. But there may be a way.
What's that? Oh, great and mighty one. What way is left?
He is but one man. A lich, maybe. A king. With a shard of eternity. But he is still one being.
Are you saying we throw armies at him? Legions?
Armies would do nothing. They would fall before him.
Yes.
We need great people. People who have proven their valor over and over again. People whose actions have changed history.
So ancient heroes. or heroes.
We need those who would stand in defense of this realm.
I've heard Smash talk of the Red Cloaks.
Yes, but their order is all but destroyed.
That's true. I don't know who else. I am lost. I've been underground for a long time. I'm just learning all this. I don't know what to do. In defense of this realm, there's only the gods besides that. As far as I'm aware. Your order, the gods, the immortal ones, like the historian.
There are others. Those who seek anything, even if our goals are not aligned. Living legends, gods in physical forms.
Before we continue this discussion, can we bring the rest of them here?
He'll wave his hand, and the rest of you feel your form shift.
Hello?
Hold on. Would you like to give them a brief rundown, or may I?
Perhaps you should.
The mightiest of the gods that we know of were once fighting a war against those even mightier dark beings who cared not for justice or light or right in any degree. One of those mightier beings is coming here to destroy everything. The binding that was placed to prevent them from doing this has been broken, and we must find the rest of the shards to restore it, and our timeline has been greatly shortened.
How long?
That is unknown.
All we know is it's not very long. And so we must fight the Lich and find the stone that comes after to hopefully prevent the destruction of the entire, probably more than the world, this existence. Period. Currently, the Mighty One has been talking about sending us to seek people like him, living legends, those who are almost godlike in their power. He says that he himself is only one of 4 wizards who are at his power, one of which you've already made a deal with. We will need to deal with that.
What do you mean I've already made a deal with?
The man who wanted the Shard of Time. He's one of the, basically a demigod. And one of the 4 people of his order that we really want help with to kill a Lich. To kill a Lich that's more powerful than any Lich has ever been. So we're going to go talk to him and probably many others who are as powerful, if not more so, about...
I think I need another drink.
Yeah. After this, I think I'm going to go get very drunk for a day or so.
How much can we drink?
Shots.
I've got 225 gold. We're drinking it all away. Anyway.
The end of the world as we know it.
Shut up. It's not funny.
But it's so true.
Yeah. Let's prevent that. Did I miss anything of importance?
No. not really.
All right. Please continue about finding these powerful potential allies to fight with us.
You've already found someone who could help.
The guy under the water, probably.
What? Which guy?
The king of the city that was destroyed, but now it's not.
Oh, yes. He's a very powerful guy.
We'd have to actually go there in person because someone sold the horn.
No,
That wasn't me.
Oh.
that was Disransom.
You're like
Someone!
the wrong person. Yeah, look.
Question. He sold that on the Shattered Continent, correct?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to the Shattered Continent anyway. Sorry about that. I mean, we're more than 500 miles away, though. He wouldn't have been able to hear us from a different continent.
Fine. Still was a bad idea in the first place. And just as a side, if we're gonna be needing any dragons for this endeavor,
I think that we're gonna have to complete your deals to some degree. We'll have to talk to the other wizard of his order about the fact that the Shard of Time is needed.
And perhaps that deal can still be kept.
If that
Well,
deal can be kept,
this
the other one
ritual-
can too.
Should not consume the shards, as it did not before.
That is true.
oh dear.
And that would greatly increase our chances of being friendly with him.
Well, if we're not
We
gonna,
not. Fail in that deal.
well, losing several mortal enemies is a good thing, and so is losing the potential end of literally everything.
Yeah, that sounds very nice. So I think we will complete that deal.
Mostly win-win, except it could easily backfire at literally any second, and I'm fully prepared to watch everything and everyone die.
Smash looks like he's coming out of his shock a little bit. Barely. He still looks way out of it.
There is one thing I can do to help. If I do it, though, I will not be able to give you transport, as I have in the past.
This is gonna be
But it may give you time.
May I ask what it is?
He walks over to this ritual circle and laid in the ground with the gold and silver spires. And he looks up. Erios Veliaris still shines. Its power is great too. I may be able to use it to make a very temporary way of sustaining the barrier.
hell, it's better than nothing.
The only problem is that then it will take us longer to get around.
That's also
Trade.
true.
There are other ways of transport.
There are.
Such as portals that now you know how to close.
That would be him.
Smosh, yeah.
Who?
But that only goes so far.
Yeah, that's only on this continent. But that would be able to get us across the entire thing to be able to take ships.
See, easy. Easy peasy.
No, not easy.
Easy.
Hold on, didn't I give you guys an item that allows transportation?
What?
Did you?
Didn't I give you guys a damaged amulet of the plains?
You did. To L.
But to who?
L.
Who's L?
For the sake of this, the party has it. But
Awesome.
Oh, L.
No duh. But it takes intelligence.
Intelligence, huh? Let's see.
Yup.
How's mine? Mine's okay. You want me to try to do something?
What is your intelligence?
It's 18.
That's more than okay.
It's okay.
Why are you getting drunk swapped if you have an intelligence of 18? Good heavens.
You don't need to worry about it. It doesn't bother me.
Actually, we do have a different form of transport. We can do that. Okay, yes, no. I think you should go maintain the barrier. Do you guys agree? Right?
Sure.
Smash is gonna kill me later. Crap.
Once he comes out of shock.
Yep, exactly.
I go over to Smash. I'm like, smack. Hey.
What? Crap.
We're going. You have an idea. Come here. Like drags over to the group.
He does not respond in the slightest.
Drag.
And remember, the shards aren't all that we need.
We need companions, correct? Allies?
We need allies.
We should find that guy that killed the 6th level.
And the rest of the materials for the ritual. But I do not know what those are.
Would the historian have any clue?
No. That knowledge resides only in the minds of Tyrell and Probach.
Oh. That's... Okay. That's reasonable. We just need to find very powerful friends who are almost godlike in their power, find some shards, and then talk to some gods. Okay, we can do that. That's fine.
So there's the Red Cloak Slayer guy.
Yeah, he was really cool. He also probably has information that we could use in communication.
We
Right.
could find him on the entire planet. We're gonna search
that's
every
true.
square inch, but he's our best bet.
He's one of them.
One of them.
The other one is, we'll go search out people of legend.
Well, he was literally frozen for like who knows how long, so I guess he counts.
Just looks at you.
He is greater than you know. In his day, tales were told of his power and glory.
So yes, he's on the list.
Not so.
That was a given.
And Kamar, who is still standing in the middle of his ritual circle, summons something and just begins to sprinkle some sort of dust around.
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to Smash and where's the... There it is. Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do?
Unarmed strike across the face.
Roll the hit.
That's not fantastic. That is a 13.
Nope.
Chung!
You hit his armor.
It hurts.
He sways and then just goes back to his sitting position.
Oh my god.
He does not respond. Besides, he kind of shifts his head towards you a little bit. That's it.
Alright. I have an idea, buddy. Let's see.
And Kamar begins to just
Actually,
pour something into his ritual circle.
Would bravery help with being in shock?
this Ransom walks up.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Probably.
He's lost his aura of courage. He's frightened. He's terrified.
Alright,
I
yeah.
didn't know that was possible. He's a paladin.
I go over and
But for flavor, okay.
Shush.
I go over and
He's basically lost his mind.
yeah, I go over and cast heroism. Think.
Well, what does heroism do?
A willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. That's basically the most important part. Everything else is irrelevant right now. Immune to being frightened, so on.
Shit, fuck. What I miss?
Welcome back.
Do you have a drink?
Many drinks, in fact.
Just reaches out.
Okay. So we're deeming her the wine drinker.
Replacing Bondra.
Yeah, so I'm entrusting you with this for now.
He just... whole thing goes down. Sorry. I didn't... Yeah. Oh, Kavanaugh.
He's standing in the ritual circle doing something.
What is Kavanaugh doing? He's maintaining... He's maintaining the field that's keeping the big, dark, evil thing away. I need more.
Bottoms
And
up.
He takes off his arcane focus and sets it in the center of the circle.
That's not a good sign. Is he... What is it going to cost? Probably not everything, but it's going to take all his focus, and he will not be able to assist us anymore. They all agreed with me. Please don't hit me. Well, how would you respond?
She all agreed with him.
Did you actually say that? Looks at the goblin.
I don't like him too.
Alright, and what's going on? So the shards kind of maintained a boundary around this existence that kept very dark and powerful and destructive forces from destroying everything. And more than everything. So he is going to maintain that, and we're going to go around finding powerful allies to help us get the shard from the Lich.
It's the end of the world.
It's not funny! It's really not funny!
Come on, it's just a little funny. It's a little funny.
The DM joins in.
If you need me, I'm gonna be panicking over in that. Like,
Would you like some bravery too?
question. This entire thing's circular, right?
Yeah.
He, turns in a full circle. I'll be panicking over in that. Just spins for a minute. That way. And crawls up on the floor.
Would you like some bravery?
Only works on one person at a
He
time,
needs
though.
sleep. He needs sleep.
You want a nap? You want your mama?
Son of a bird.
Yes!
Oh, no.
He just finds things that are shiny and cool. That's all he does. And he got pulled aside to be told the world is ending. You're going to solve it, right?
Go over and pat.
He'll be fine. Eventually.
Eventually.
Theoretically. So we're finding powerful allies to help us find the last shard, to restore a barrier, to prevent the world from dying. Concise enough?
More or less. And also, some things we need, but we don't know what things.
Yeah, who knows? Who does know?
Dramatic shrug.
All of a sudden, there's a voice of thunder.
He must have said something.
Power of the earth and sky, bend now to my will. Power of the seas and the flame, hear my words.
That's not a good sign, is it?
It's probably fine.
And then the air itself almost seems to hum.
That's really not a good sign normally.
The ground begins to shake ever so slightly. And you see this ritual circle where Covenar has been standing. You see the silver spire and the gold spire just light up with the brilliance of the sun.
Oh God. Oh God. Right.
And the ground begins to shake harder, faster, enough that you can barely keep your balance. Then it just stops. And there's just this blindingly brilliant light in the center of the chamber.
Is there does there look to be a human shape in the middle of it?
It is too bright to tell.
So in other words, it's like
It's like staring directly at the sun from real, like through a telescope.
I'm gonna turn around and just reach towards it out of curiosity.
Towards the light.
Yes.
Woof.
You feel like around it, the air itself is just vibrating
with power.
with just sheer archonic force.
Yeah, that piques my curiosity.
Do we have a way to get out of here? Because that's... My brain hurts just from existing with it.
At least it's not hot. Well, you can climb down the mountain. Or you can use...
Or you could jump.
Everyone in the circle. Everyone in the circle, you got the amulet? Amulet?
Which amulet?
The one of transportation. The one that teleports.
Someone has it. Is it me?
I do not know how long I will be able to communicate with you.
That's really not a good sign. We'll be going then. We'll be on our way.
But you must learn from the gods themselves the ritual. You must find what is necessary, and you must complete it.
Of course. Will you be alright after this?
I do not know.
Alright. We're going.
Reach their eye.
Yep. Intelligence. Someone needs to roll intelligence. Cough, cough, cough.
First off, before anyone rolls intelligence, what is your destination?
What is our destination?
What is our destination?
Otherwise,
The
you go to
Tower
a random
of the
place on a
Winds.
random plane.
The Tower of
Okay.
the Winds.
The Tower of the Four Winds?
Yes.
Okay, I'll try.
Yeah, you have to specify a
Sorry.
destination.
Fine.
Or else you go
away!
random of my choice.
Okay, so that's a... So is this a saving throw or just a regular?
Regular.
Okay, so that's an unnatural 20.
That's what we need, right? DC 20?
Is that a good place to take a break?
Da-da-da-da!
Roll D100, I think, right? That's what it was.
That is a success.
Yeah!
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 16, have +4 intelligence.
Okay.
You feel your form shift. And you all are sucked out of that place. And you feel cold. And you see only darkness. And after what feels like an eternity, you all open your eyes and find yourselves at the base of the Tower of the Four
You see the dragon?
The dragon would not still be
Dragon's
there.
not still there.
Good, okay. Just making sure.
Dragon's not insane.
Question: did we make it?
Yes.
It would go insane.
Yep, DC.
Was it actually DC 20 or?
Was it DC 20?
You don't know. You just know
Okay.
you succeeded.
I
The
succeeded.
standard DC for an amulet of planes is 15. So it's
This
more
one
than
was a
15.
broken one.
Damage, not broken.
Damaged, not broken.
If it was broken, you wouldn't be going anywhere.
Alright.
I do believe it was.
We
DC
have
20.
arrived safely. The break? Okay.
Like a break.
We could take a short
We're gonna break
yeah.
kneecaps. What? Just kneecaps. It
So-
goes.
Yeah, we can take a short break. So we will see you all in a few minutes and see if Josh can wrap his head around everything that's happened here.
I don't think you can.
Spoiler alert!
Well, see you soon.
tired to do that?
No, I was saying that I never said I was too tired. I said I felt out of it. That's
Oh.
mostly because I'm playing two characters, both of whom are in some degree of shock.
Okay.
So if I separate myself from the characters, then I'm completely fine as a person.
Alright.
Besides, still thinking about the fact that my characters kind of fucked the world. Ah.
Yeah. Alright.
By the way, they can hear us again. that whole sentence was cut.
Sweet. Enjoy it, fools. And I'm not coming up until you actually make me.
Yeah, you should get off the floor.
Nah.
Bury the man. And,
Hammond was sitting on the floor, no one even cared.
That's because Hammond
Want
always
me to
sits
give
on
this
the
to him,
floor.
or-
no, bury him.
Bury him. Bye.
I want this one.
Good night.
So,
There
That's
you
for
go.
myself.
Thanks.
what is the plan?
We're going to go complete the deals.
Now that
Yes, we're going to complete the deals.
you've appeared at the base of the Towers of the Four Winds through plane or travel,
Okay.
Who's right there?
So we have the shards now, right?
you have 3 of them.
So which one was it that he asked for?
Time.
Alright.
Oh,
We're like,
Fine.
whew. Like, alright. Up the tower we go.
Physical representation of shards. Those are the ones you have. Those are the ones you don't.
Yeah, I can totally see that.
Alright.
beating me.
So I'll take the lead this time since he's on the floor, out of character nonetheless, but out on the floor, so he can't really be a leader in character if he's on the floor.
I can do whatever I want from the floor. You can't stop me.
I lead the way. I don't think you even came here. You haven't even come.
No, I've never been there.
Yeah, so I lead
You're
the
the one
way.
who made those deals.
So, you make your way into the tower, surpassing the hedge maze.
Mm-hmm. There's not another vine monster, is there?
Because you surpassed the hedge maze.
Okay.
Surpassed it.
Oh,
You're
we
greater than
we like teleported in front
Yeah.
of it. Okay,
You're
yeah.
at the base of the tower.
Okay, that's
We
good.
cheated.
So-
Hallelujah.
You make your way into the tower.
Mhm.
Make your way up many flights of steps. And eventually, you find yourselves all the way at the peak of the tower. But through this whole time, you haven't seen the sorcerer, the wizard.
I'm like stepping
Your
forward.
prey.
Hmm?
Your prey.
Ooh.
So
I like-
do we have to go through the maze again?
No.
I like slowly lift up like the shard of time. I'm like, hello, hi, remember me? So I got the thing you asked for. I know it's been a while. You here? Like I'm like waving it around really like obnoxiously.
Give me 1 second to find a very particular note, which should be fairly close to the top. I just don't remember his name until I find this note.
You're sitting there waving it around. Like waving it around.
Yeah, like, I have it like gripped in my hands. I'm like,
And what is this? You've actually brought it to me.
I know, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
And this figure that was very clearly invisible just appears in front of you.
Oh shit! Hello.
So, you fulfilled your end of the bargain.
I guess so.
The answer is yes. Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
So he reaches out his hand. And he hands you the staff.
I reach up and grab it first.
I smack you.
Roll a hit.
So you're attempting to dodge, really.
Alright, that was
Can you not hit anybody?
that was a 17.
She missed.
What's your armor class?
Guess.
18?
No, guess.
19?
Yeah.
I actually can't read it from here even if I wanted to.
That's the 18.
Just poor dad, bad constitution.
You just slap him.
Hit me now. Or you can
He can hit you, she just can't deal damage.
Yeah.
Fine. So, whack! Just
Sorry.
take it.
Just stick it in your belt.
Joe.
Smash smacks you. It, like, attempts to hit you once, forgetting how short you are, and swings it over your head, and second time smacks you with a backhand.
So, if that is all,
Nope.
I hope so.
Deals like 6
Oh, wait.
That's not. Is that all?
What is...
Oh.
It's unarmed strike.
So, dude,
Oh, there's-
was he one of the people we wanted to actually properly...
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Actually,
what I'm saying.
one more thing.
as he's like turning to walk away, he stops and turns back.
So, there's sort of a bit of a big problem that could cause the end of not just the world, but existence as we know it, perhaps. That's...
And what is this great big problem?
Do you know of the binding that Brill and Brovok placed to prevent the gods from entering the world?
Of course I do.
Well, the second layer of it, the one that prevents the gods, the darker, more hostile beings that they were fighting, it's been broken. Or at least there's a hole in it that we need to fully restore the boundary. Currently, it's being held in place by one of your order,
And who would that be?
Kavanaugh.
The great Kavanaugh himself has decided to get involved in this.
Yes. In fact, he's the one who told it. You told us that you were of the same order. We were hopeful that you could help us find the other shards and restore the balance. Restore the boundary, not balance. My apologies.
It is possible. I do have strength, not nearly the knowledge of the great Kavanaugh, but I do have some.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I
Sorry.
don't. I don't weigh much.
Huh.
I don't weigh much.
It's true.
And what is it that you would ask?
A lich currently holds the shard of power.
Does he?
Yes. And we four do not have the strength to fight him. So we're seeking out mighty potential allies to ask for assistance.
I don't think this is the right music. Anyway.
Why did the music change?
Yeah, when did it change? Did it only just
It just
change?
changed now.
Oh,
Why?
Okay.
I have no idea. What about this one?
There's an extra being in this room.
What about the Wizard's Tower?
Probably the invisible
That's
one.
probably the most appropriate.
It's the most logical one.
Jamming out.
So,
Alright.
No, this is nice.
so you need help defeating a lich.
Do you know of the lich that I speak of?
Not entirely.
He was once a king for a mighty nation. Turned his back on his people, became a lich, and then got this shard of power.
Yes.
He's probably the most powerful lich that's ever been.
There are many who fall because they desire more power.
That is true.
Many have fallen. So, you seek power of yourself and of others, by which you can defeat this lich, and then what?
Find the last stone.
Preferably save the world, but
Do you not
Preferably
know
avoid
the last
destruction.
stone cannot be found, it must be made?
yeah, that's right.
I was just informed that we needed the other 4 stones before we could continue.
Yes. It is believed that the 5th stone is made of the other 4. I do not believe that, as the binding required all 5. There must be a way to get the 5th stone without the use of the other 4. Or the other 4 unlock a path
Yes, that's
which
right.
leads to the 5th stone.
That one makes more sense to me, that there's a path, or it calls it, from wherever it's being stored.
Soul for a soul.
No.
A
This has
soul
nothing to do with
for
souls.
a soul.
Well, then we're sacrificing your soul.
Don't you dare. Well, actually, you can sure try.
You can certainly try.
Actually, yeah. Just go ahead.
Okay, do I need to turn it in right now?
What?
The life debt. Do I need to turn it in now?
Probably not yet. We're not ready for this. If it comes to a soul for a soul, then yeah.
So the question is, if you are gathering an army, if you are gathering allies, what is your plan to take out the lich? And when is your plan to take out the lich? These are things that must be considered.
Yes.
For many allies cannot be called at a moment's notice.
Probably within. But can we travel that quickly? I don't know if we could travel that
You can
quickly.
use the amulet of planes once per day.
Okay.
There is a good chance that you will not go to your destination.
Uh-huh.
So that's why you wait once per day.
Yeah, so we'll say. Do you think that 20 to 30 days is enough time?
I was thinking more like 3 or 4 months.
That long? You think it'll hold off for that long? Alright.
Well, the being has not yet approached the barrier, and with Kavanaugh strengthening it, maintaining it, it should hold. There's only a small hole. It may have been tearing larger, but it's being maintained for a time.
Hey Josh, how long is a month?
60 days.
Just making sure you knew.
I'm aware. Well, how many allies do you want? Because I'm thinking that we gather at least 5 or 10 allies of level 20 or higher power.
Well, I can think. So there's this guy, and then there's 2 more I can think of offhand.
There's this guy, 2 more, the rest of his order, the Red Cloak Slayer, potentially a dragon or 2.
The guy under the sea with his whole army.
That guy, who I don't know, apparently.
Yeah, so that's 5.
That one dwarf army that just Ronson knows
Well, dwarf army, I don't know.
We don't need a dwarf army, we need mighty companions.
Yeah, dwarf army has one thing, or you can just go to the dwarf
Take
army
the dwarf
ask-
king.
ask for
Mr. King,
Yes.
we would like to put you against a lich. It'll be a kind of sort of a brawl of a kind.
So I don't think we need that long. Probably 2
Oh.
months would be the most we could possibly need, but I'd say less than that.
So we want to take out the lich, or we want to take out the
I
factory?
said within.
There is
I-
only one way to kill a lich. That is to destroy its phylactery. You can destroy the physical form of a lich for a time, but within a few days they will return.
But
And
what's
they
the,
guard their phylacteries very well.
what's the best way to find one's phylactery?
To already know where it is. Many liches embed their phylacteries in their physical form so as not to be separated from them. Which is a danger, but one that I'm sure quite a few face and accept. Others hide it behind powerful enchantments, and others simply hide it.
We would have to speak to the historian about where she believes the past king would have hidden his, or if he carries it with him.
Yes. Knowledge is your greatest weapon.
Of course.
Always has been the greatest weapon, and it always will be.
Do you know if the historian has been through the Shattered Continent recently?
I do not believe she is on this plane.
That would explain why Kavanaugh couldn't find her.
Kavanaugh's side extended through much of this plane. But there were even some spots that were beyond his reach.
Well, of course.
Beyond his sight, beyond his knowledge. And if they were beyond this plane, there were many places beyond his reach. Beyond the Divine Gate.
He's not a perfect man.
No. Though he wishes he was.
Many wish so.
Yes. It is true.
Then my other question is, do you know what the others of your order are?
They departed this plane some time ago. They sought a weapon and knowledge deep in Zakash. It has been many moons now.
Did they go together?
Yes. For anyone who knows of Zakash knows its dangers.
Yes.
They went to seek a relic that was last believed to be in the caverns of the Wind Lord. It may have just been a fool's errand.
Do you think they've died?
Ones such as themselves may not have died. But that place, that portion of Zakash, messes with the mind. It corrupts. It drives even the most brilliant of minds mad.
Do you believe this madness can be cured?
There are ways, I am sure. Likely not by divine power, but through more arcane means, the means by which the madness is implemented. It may be broken.
Very intriguing. And it's good to keep in mind.
But you say you seek others as well.
Yes.
Do you know of any?
There's one. He was a mighty red cloak slayer. No, he was a mighty red cloak, who, even in his time, was spoke of as a legend. We've met him. He began my training.
And what is his name?
I forgot it.
Ah!
I'm sorry.
Names.
Names of important NPCs, one of the things D&D players forget.
Okay, so which guy are you speaking of specifically?
Your boy toy that John unfossilized.
We met for like a day.
Well, apparently you try and seduce things with your paladins.
I haven't done anything of the sort yet.
Yet.
Yes.
It's only a matter of time.
I think she might stick to drinking.
Seduces Cthulhu.
No!
You get a
that's not the way
powerful
that
ally.
works. Cthulhu doesn't exist in this world, I've been informed.
He did in the first campaign. Doesn't know more, but he did in the first campaign.
Oh.
I can even canonically say that he doesn't exist because he was killed.
Cthulhu being killed. You just bring back dead Cthulhu.
You can certainly try.
Okay, so it was a Vormir. Doesn't. See, the only
No.
name that comes to mind is Chad.
He definitely wasn't Chad. I'm
Guarantee
assuming,
that was not his name.
I'm assuming Brovok is not him.
No.
Brovok
Let's
is
see.
somebody else.
Brovok is one of the greater gods.
Red Cloak
Oh,
Slayer.
Yeah, it's not him.
What? Are you sure?
Yes, I'm incredibly sure.
Okay.
I've never been more sure of anything else in my life.
Oh.
My centuries of life.
Wait, hold on. Is that the wizard speaking?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't talking to the wizard. This is all out of character, Derek. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Please do not inflict my tired, exhausted Josh on my poor Smash. My poor Smash does not deserve a tired, exhausted Josh on it.
Okay.
Does the tired, exhausted Josh deserve a shocked Smash?
Why
No.
am I thinking Zakash? What is that?
Zakash is a place.
That's yeah.
That's a place. So
you're as bad as I am.
See, this is one of the reasons why you guys need to take notes.
Does it start with an R?
Nope.
Oh, it's started with a P.
we're horrible. We're horrible. Can't even remember the name of the king guy that was underwater that I was...
To be fair, he had a weird name.
Okay. Oh. Okay, let's think about this. We've got, my brain is spitballing, just doing what it does when I come up with like fantasy names, like Corvara. It's doing like Tavleon, like
Nope.
Voltorb.
Voltorb is not him. That is a Pokemon.
I mean, I've said Voltorb, but Voltorb also works.
It is literally one mostly silent letter different.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Either one is equally wrong, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's true.
Ammon?
The funny thing is, it's written at least 3 separate times on my desktop.
What is?
Guy's name.
Whose name is?
Wasn't it you that got a point in Red Cloak Slayer?
I have 3.
That
I
right?
have
So
3
then-
levels in Red
You
Cloak.
of
yeah,
all
the one that she
people
met, the
should
one she-
know!
No. You of all people should know. You're the first one who met him.
We didn't talk. Well, I was like, hi, can you help? He's like, yeah.
That was a talk.
That is talking.
I mean, I guess.
By all definition. Only by definition, though.
Only by definition. I'm gonna kill a Medusa. Wanna help? I think I can help. Okay. That was the conversation. And I don't think we ever
asked
talked
his
to
name
him.
so much later.
Yeah, we really did. Secor. Do you probably no? You don't have closed captioning on the video, so I can't just.
I also have the name of the Medusa on behind my screen, but I don't even know why that sheet's still up here.
Okay, why is this video? Nope. Before I was there, so nope. Okay, next video, then it would have been like. Did we even get to that far?
Remember the episode that we started naming them at?
No.
What was it called?
Okay, it was like the island.
This isn't rocket science. This isn't even brain surgery. Oh, and welcome! Tells you how good I am at audio configuration. I have no idea what I'm doing. I need technological person.
Escape from Ravenspire. Was it that one? Because that's the only one with an actual name. But that one.
Well, it's the first one with an actual name in Campaign 3.
Okay, yeah.
This is why you take notes.
Yeah, sure is. I don't think we ever got his name. Did I?
We asked
think
once.
You did. At least once.
We asked once.
Past Gabby, please tell me your secrets.
I think I just kept referring to him as your voice or something.
That's
It
horrible.
amused me greatly.
But now you realize what a folly it was.
Yeah, no.
No. Must I cheat you again?
I'm too tired to realize my own folly.
Closed captioning, please. Yes.
It's gonna be it's just gonna be random words. It's not even gonna be the proper words.
It's still closer than nothing, so I can figure out what.
Why are you watching?
Dragon finished off the Medusa after a significant amount of damage had already been done to it.
Just the medicancer, remember?
This is why you take notes, even if
We brought along an extremely buff guy we found.
I even
in the
gave you guys
labyrinth.
notebooks last time to take notes.
Who else was near the end of the fight?
I think we only asked his name after he killed the demon.
What?
We'll do some again.
Why do I sound like a child? Is that how I always sound?
Yeah, you sound like a child.
You're adorable.
Please don't say that. I feel horrible now.
Then you should just... No. Flare. I like driving is nice. I need gas.
That's why you take notes. I will drill it into you guys. Do you need to take notes?
I refuse!
Session by session,
You
I will
can't
drill it
make
into
me.
you.
I will enjoy it.
This is now the second session in a row that you've needed notes.
150 gold for him to make equipment of some sort for me. Speaking of,
I'll look evidence. One session too late.
There you go.
Think.
I'm safe for a bit. I have a blanket to protect me.
Only for a bit.
It's between me and her. I'm safe.
So, smash with some.
This is almost as interesting as actually playing.
Like that one
Watching
time
the
when we had
players
to
try to metagame.
when we had to mitigate in order to get through that one portal that he's left open forever. Well, if I go
Thank
back,
you,
I can
Pastor
close them.
Gabby, for
Will you go
being
back?
on top of things. Can I please be on top of things again? Give me your power! And then the closed captioning disappeared after... Oh, now it's back.
This is why you can't trust simple closed captioning on YouTube. Because all of my names will show up as a weird word.
Still, like, but it's better than nothing when I'm trying to figure out what I'm saying. But most of the videos don't have closed captioning.
Oh no! What does it say?
One second, I have the computer over here.
I even suggested getting ship parts. I even suggested that. Why didn't we do that? Why didn't we do
Why
that?
didn't you follow up on that? Why did you agree with me and go with the alternate idea?
I'm not even trying at this point. No. I'm just being amused.
I know, right? Me too. Sometimes we have to be amused by their efforts of metagaming. Specifically me. Because metagaming benefits all three of you.
Yep.
It would have had to be the previous
Well, I can't go
episode. The end of the previous episode.
Yes, that's where he fought the demon. I think we asked him his name afterwards.
Okay.
Maybe we asked his name when we got on the boat. We asked it sometime
We didn't
between...
have a boat. It got blown up.
We did. We got on the boat with him. He then walked on water to slay the demon after his boat got blown up because of Ammon.
Gabby, you were always funny, but please. Please.
Is this when you have like the self-identification crisis?
Yeah.
Okay,
Not
here.
even an identity crisis, just self-identification.
It's the last line.
What the fuck?
Tulumbilla. Or walk with us.
Kalumbila! Kalumbila! I probably said Kalumbila.
It's too quiet. It's so quiet.
Yeah, I fixed that problem in the newer episodes.
Okay.
By the way, every time I would call you, you were so quiet. I finally figured out why.
Why?
My little thing that makes my volume higher or lower.
Wait, guys, shut up!
Halfway. No!
Just keep talking. Everyone keep talking.
I got me.
Skip one view.
I think you just asked what his name was. Oh, what part are we part of again? Okay.
Hey, no looking back at my screen.
I can't look behind your screen. Yeah, back and look from back here.
Oh, I hate my voice.
The thing is, I keep looking back here sometimes and I forget everything. This is very insignificant.
For all? What?
Do we just need to end it early?
This is entertaining.
So next week she can do the research.
Over the next week.
So we'll be here next week.
Over the next 2 weeks.
Why won't you be here next week?
Out of town.
Doing computers.
And I'd hope, but I'd rather not.
What, you don't want to go through episodes and episodes trying to find one word?
You know I'd find it faster than her.
And I'd find it faster than you.
I wonder why!
Because it's my campaign!
Oh, jeez.
This one. That one is the Everlight. A demigod of the light, god of the sun.
I
Depends on where you got the
Does anyone have like earbuds or anything like that could amplify sound? Speakers. That could also be useful.
Those are the things that I'm playing. And wow. Nope, not happening. Josh has failed. Josh failed.
Josh is dead.
He's not driving.
This is
home
what
tonight.
happens when you put grams of caffeine into you.
It gotta be what episode?
I'm on. It's either the end of 28. It's somewhere within the last like half hour of 28, I think.
Should I just tell you guys so we don't sit here for another half an hour?
No, I want to look.
Okay, Emin has decreed it.
I'm just shy of that.
What did I agree to?
To me not telling you. The funny thing is there's actually a song about him that I wrote.
Yeah.
Or part of a song. It's like a quarter or a third. But it's never
blast
appeared.
this sound.
Oh, this is so hard.
I'm not even quite to a gram. Come on.
Max
Well,
volume
clearly it's too much.
on my system and the video, and I still can't hear anything.
Yeah, I fixed that problem.
It's fine. Give up. See, here's the interesting thing. If I get behind the wheel, my brain focuses on doing the single task of driving. It's very nice.
Shadows. Shadows are all that remain.
You want a louder noise, don't you?
Yeah. I just hated how
Over
much
the world. Pain and affliction. There can be no light in the midst of the darkness. And there never will be. For the greatest, the ones who lead us, do not know their own path.
Steven looks vaguely amused.
And the shadow will consume all. Endless
Let's
night.
do that, Gabby. Why?
Endless day.
It's so much worse when you do it.
Shadow
When I do the
and
front
flame.
voice, at least I know it's deliberate.
I ain't doing nothing. One day they may figure it out. His name is Vadan. I'm just going to keep whispering into my microphone. They'll never know anything. Someone looks at me, just like whispering into my microphone. It's just like, I feel like I've been caught doing something wrong.
So did he?
Funny thing is,
No, actually, I'm just...
they don't know I've already whispered into the microphone.
So they just like whisper.
This is right now, by the way.
Whispering into my mouth.
They'll
Okay.
never know anything.
Wrong episode. This isn't the one we're supposed to be paying attention to.
Did you whisper it in your mind?
Whispering into my microphone. They will never know anything. I'm just going to keep whispering into my The microphone's way too close to my face to be laughing. Shadow and flame.
Now to surprise myself.
Car. Carvac?
Is that it? That sounds good.
It can't be.
I can't rely on myself.
That can't be. I mean, it's just.
Carvad was a beholder.
Huh?
No, that was Caravan.
Carvat was a beholder.
Yep, you're
Okay.
right. That's completely unrelated. Caravan.
One day they will
Yeah,
figure
it
it out.
screams.
The shadow.
I scream on the inside just as much.
I sleep
Especially
on
right now.
Great.
Time is running out, running out, running out.
Wonderful sleep.
To the warrior give my blade, by his hand your fate is made. But do not
Sleeping on the
forget the
inside.
clicking for the
Uh,
clicking while the
I'm
runs
sorry, I
may be
think,
clicking.
I think
Its
4
feet does
cans of
for
root
the
beer,
paw,
so I
not the
don't
jaw makes
think
the
I
coat
can-
of claw.
sleep on the inside.
Time is standing
That's
still,
right.
standing still, standing still.
900.
Since the princess is the
And
key
what's
to
that,
unlock the
120
treachery, she cannot
you believe
avoid the
that,
matching or the
That's
scratching,
too much.
scratching,
I
scratching.
shouldn't be. No,
When the
900.
secret plot is
Your
hatching
first
and
one
the
is
naming
stop.
is the
No, it's
catching.
not.
What she saw is the
Going
claw
so
of the
quickly
coat of claw.
that it is going to stop.
Time is standing still, standing still, standing still.
I'll just do ASMR
That's
whispering
slow.
into my mic.
My heart rate is slowing down because I'm tired and my body's starting to shut down. It's quite nice.
Well, that's not
Caffeine,
ideal, now is
has
it?
started to,
I told him it was too
direction of
much.
energy and then rebound.
I told him,
Oh, I've been
you
rebounding all
always
day.
crash with caffeine.
Why do you think that I drink so much? Well, I couldn't go to sleep.
Will they ever find it? I do not know. Will they ever see the shadow and the flame?
The funny thing is, I might actually be whispering something important, and you would never know unless you watch the video. That's the best part.
Well, we could always cut. We know about when it would be. Unlike with this, which we have no idea. We have no idea where.
There is danger around every bend.
Heartbeats are amusing.
Yeah.
Around every corner
So quiet.
of time.
Good.
You're so
Are you actually listening to my whispering, or?
No.
Okay, because I was gonna say the
If it's
whispering
whispering, it's like
should be really loud, and I just realized how close the microphone was to my face again. Just the whispering.
Shadow
That's not really
and
it's
pain.
interesting. Listen to someone else's heartbeat. I'm your entirely first. It's very nice.
People who are particularly close when they lock eyes, and sometimes their heart rates will sync up,
Yep.
especially when they're having a conversation together.
Will they ever find it? Makes crash with caffeine.
I volunteered in
Just
meetings.
go back to the other video.
Will they ever find it? I do not know.
as we listen to
Will
the
they ever see the shadow?
Just cut to the other video. We'll
Shadow
figure
and
it. We'll
flame.
try to figure it out.
I think we might as well end it here.
No. Okay, Derek. If we give up, can you give us the name?
I will admit I have whispered it into my mic.
Yeah, I'm good.
I actually have.
I'm good.
Um,
It's impossible to hear anything.
Good.
I heard that.
I know, because no one else was talking. No other videos were playing. Okay. So yeah, I think we'll just end it here and pick up this conversation next week.
When he makes us do the research.
This is what you get for not taking notes. I will drill it into you. Notes are important.
Drill into them. I take notes on certain things that actually come up that I need to
See,
know.
But everything is important. Every single detail.
This is why I'm not the DM.
That's why you need to take notes. The
School
DM
sucks.
it has to remember every little detail. You just have to write it down.
And then here's a little bit of
I'm
irony.
proud of it.
I remember every little
I'll probably
detail,
look on back
but
on
not
this very
every little
acting
detail.
like this.
You remember every detail except when it needs to be recalled.
I read this as a
I
story.
remembered that he promised me something that he most definitely did not act on.
Well, yeah, but that is a promise that is directly related to your character, not the campaign as a whole.
So do you want a horse or not?
Maybe.
They are but madmen, seeking their own
Did
destruction.
you end it yet? Or are you gonna
I
do
think
another one?
with what?
And we will see you all next time. And as always, gotta remember that.